Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some cool emotes. Lastly, if you're interested in joining any of our games, we do have open slots available in our Saturday early group, our Tuesday early group, and our Tuesday evening groups. All three of them have an open slot inside of them. All three are vastly different campaigns with different settings, and it's quite wonderful, refreshing, different levels as well. If you're interested in any of them, be sure to reach out to me and just let me know. But I think that is going to be all of my shameless self-promoting. Go ahead and tell us what happened last session, Owen.
Okay, so last session, the party meets with the Voidweavers, a secret cultist organization that engages in discussion about their goals and beliefs. The Voidweavers, hold on 1 second. Sorry, dog's barking.
All good.
About their goals and beliefs, the Voidweavers propose a partnership to seek out the prophecy together, and the party agrees under the condition of working together and maintaining civility. They also learn about the previous leaders of the Voidweavers and their hidden knowledge. The party then takes a break to rest and prepare their journey into the Ebon Crypts, where information about the prophecy is believed to be hidden. The details of the prophecy are not mentioned, but it is known that it holds potential for a new beginning and transition to overcome the current struggles and problems in the universe. Continuing with their investigation into the cult that killed the mages, the group uses a spell to communicate with the deceased mages and gather information about the cult's leader, their imprisonment, and other relative details. They discover that the leader's fate is unknown, but they are imprisoned deep within the ley lines. The party also learns that the cultists are vulnerable to anti-magic fields and counter spells. Um, and then they find out about the cult's secret chamber, the Nexus of Eternal Shadows, which only can be accessed by those with knowledge of its arcane currents and the ability to navigate its defenses. To uncover the hidden sigils guarding the entrance to the Nexus, the group decides to interrogate the headmasters of each school. Additionally, they uncover the prophecy that foretells the return of a being called Exium, which could bring destruction to the realms. However, many questions about the true nature of the prophecy remain unanswered.
So,
That sound pretty good?
one thing that you forgot to mention is you did find out how to find the entrance. And that is a secret kept within the personal chambers of each of the heads of the schools of magic. You need to go to every one of them to get that information in order to be able to get a passageway into the magic weave of the ley lines.
Okay. I will add that in.
Mm-hmm. So, after you all got this information, the Voidweavers, hearing the last bit of it for you, since there was only one of you casting Speak with Dead, and they had a whole lot of them casting it the entire time. Solara smiles, listening to the ending of how to find the entryway inside. Well, looks like we now have a direction to take, everybody. Good job today. We've done marvelous. If any of you would like to stay on the ship with us, you're more than welcome to. And, well, I stay on the ship. Many of us stay elsewhere, unfortunately.
Why is that?
Well, because they have their own rooms.
Oh.
And also, if we're seen interacting with each other too frequently, people may grow suspicious, and as we know, they indiscriminately murder anybody who don't stay within their personal narrative.
That is true.
Mm.
I like Gleer.
Which, by the way, Liara, I didn't have you roll because you were not here, and I wanted to have you be the one. Would you mind giving a charisma save?
She has advantage if this is a charm effect because of a ring you gave me.
It is a charm effect.
There we go.
Oh boy. Roll 1.
Oh, dude, she has resilient charisma. It's the last feat she took.
Yeah. Liara does not fail saving throws, period.
20.
Although 20 is not the best.
That enough?
I'm looking at her specific stats. 1 second. "20 meets. You just barely are successful. You're completely unaware that you've been attempted to be charmed, but you are immune to her wiles, at least on this day. And that would have been 8 hours ago, by the way, because, yeah. Which, by the way, would you have wanted to copy down Speak with Dead into your spellbook?
No, she doesn't use her spellbook.
Okay.
Worst wizard.
Yeah, clearly. So, Lucian and everybody else, shall we schedule a time and place to reconvene? I assume you want to speak about everything that you have learned, and I would encourage you all, yet again, despite what these individuals knew in their lives, they quite possibly were just being controlled as many others have been before them.
I mean, by that same token, all of us could be being controlled by something we don't know.
We're checking you all for magic just in case. And only one of us here has had direct confrontation with a say-so. And she looks over at Lucian.
So what does this say so like? Why do we have to worry about it?
Well, she is, in and of herself, the law of creation. She is the one who created the universe, created all of the realms, all of the people, all of the systems, and many of the other features of it that would not exist otherwise. Conceptually incredibly difficult to fathom for most individuals, but she is the one who made existence possible and mortality possible.
Sounds like we owe them quite a bit.
Sure. It also sounds like she's incredibly egotistical and wants people to only aspire towards her and nothing else is more powerful.
I mean, to be fair, if you create all of existence, you kind of do have something to gloat over.
For an egotistical god, not a lot of people know who a say-so is, at least on Zodiac, or anywhere else I've been.
Really?
Yes.
The research
That's
I've looked
actually
at,
a
many
fact.
individuals have known about her, but... strange.
Maybe from here.
Well, no, I've looked into other realms as well.
Kaz, did you know about a say-so before the whole flood and that god coming down?
No. I only really knew about her when we met her, and that was the whole thing.
Yeah, same. That was
That's exactly
wild,
how
right?
it happened with me too. I didn't
Yeah.
know about her until I
So,
really met her.
Well,
That crazy ego has been all over the place.
I mean,
I mean,
she
also,
is...
she was entirely useless. Like, she was like, you get a question for saving this world.
Yeah,
She
I
didn't even
know.
answer it properly.
I got more information when we went to that other place that I couldn't teleport.
If any of you have any questions about the potential of her morality, or lack thereof, I would encourage you to do your own research based off of the origins of the Abyss.
I'll just be careful with anything with say so.
If
Oh.
you say so.
Watch yourself.
By no means. By no means am I going to try to fill your head with lies or inaccuracies. I would just simply encourage you to have a scientific mind and conduct your own personal research. The origins of the Abyss paint her in a vastly different light than how she has painted herself on the realms that she has directly worshipped.
What's that old saying, though? We're all heroes of our own story.
And in that book, it is very difficult to paint her as a hero. But anyways, yes.
Just open to ask you a question, and it may seem entirely strange. What is your view on blowing up a moon?
To what end?
I don't know. Let's say
Reasons.
somebody kept their sister stuck somewhere, and they decided they were their sister's keeper and wouldn't let them out because they feared too much.
Oh, well, I mean, nothing should be imprisoned unless it deserves to be imprisoned. I mean, depending on the actions an individual takes, there are severe consequences for actions for a reason. I mean, as all of you know, if any one of us mages would just go to one less developed realm, we could rule it by force within days, or completely destroy it ourselves. The Pantheon isn't, well, most of the time more powerful than any of us individually, but... Why? Was that just a brain teaser of yours?
Oh, it's a moral dilemma we present all our people.
Really?
A hypothetical situation.
I need a deception check from both of you.
Can I be? Can he assist? Can I? I don't know if I should assist or do it.
Both of you roll.
Fudge.
Oh
Yes!
Ooh, here we go.
I can
Leon.
tell you they don't have a -1 to...
Oh,
Are
that
you
was
sure
good.
though?
A 14. Should have done the assist.
Flash of genius. I'll bump it up to a 19.
We did it.
They do not have a +13 to insight. You are correct. They would look at Kaz, questioning him. Look at you, Liara, more confident in your reply to it. Well, if you have any other brain teasers or questions on things like that, I, for one, highly encourage testing your mental limitations on a daily basis and questioning all knowledge presented to you and drawing your own natural conclusion.
Okay, I just thought of another one if you want to answer it.
Absolutely.
You have a silver sword. You're walking
Can we
down
can we talk about this while we are walking out, by the way? We're still in
Yes.
the crypt. Okay,
Good
yes,
idea.
continue.
And-
And
and
it's-
all of you can chime in on this one. You have a silver sword. You're walking down the street. No one else is there but a scrying eye and a baby in the middle of the street. As you keep walking, though, the baby turns into a werewolf. Now, everyone knows a baby werewolf will go crazy and bite other people and turn them into werewolves. So you have a few options now. Do you try to capture it? Do you kill the baby werewolf? But if you kill it, now there's a dead baby in the street and a scrying eye just looking at it. You kill the baby. Or do you try to capture it and try to raise it or something?
Well, with my physique, I could easily capture it. Wait for
But
sundown.
what if it bites you?
Hey, have you seen my muscles?
You don't
I can
think-
hold its head. I can hold its jaws shut the entire time.
Just
You're that
crush the
confident that
baby
won't get a bite
head.
off? Then you're a werewolf.
No, it would not bite me.
Or you could just do nothing and see if it like infects the world, and then it's getting taken over by werewolves.
I feel like doing nothing is the only incorrect answer here, depending on the individual, personally.
So you agree with killing the baby?
No. I believe
That's
in
incorrect.
risking your own self in order to help make the world a better place. I, for one, would attempt to capture the creature, risking the fact that I myself might become bitten, and learning how to adapt to the situation. ordering silverized chains, a basement, and keeping myself safeguarded whenever the need to transform would arrive, and raising the child under the same knowledge and restraints to learn how to control itself.
What about the missing child things on milk cartons?
If the child is a missing child, then that is a little bit more difficult, I would admit. Hopefully, whatever world this is happening on has a higher mage understanding of lycanthropy in general. By the way, werewolf is not the proper terminology. It is lycanthropy is what they are referred to.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird words in this universe. He's a cat. I'm gonna point at her.
But I believe I would allow the child to remain a secret for fear of what others may do to it. The creature is not innately evil. It is plagued with a consequence of fates and nature. It should not be punished because of that.
I'll look at Lucian. What would you do?
Oh boy.
Somewhere
I
off in the
don't
distance, Melissa sneezes.
Feel like answering the question.
Casimir, what would you do?
Oh
You'd be like me, just capture and just keep his mouth shut.
Capture? No, that's just boring. That just keeps the problem around. I mean, I suppose. Supposedly, does this child like to set things on fire? In this hypothetical situation.
We don't know. It's a werewolf. We just saw it turn into a werewolf.
Is it a
Um,
pyromaniac lycanthrope? That was what
Yes.
you said, right?
Baby.
See, like, that's just
Pyromaniac lycanthrope.
adding onto it. In that case, well, I mean, I would definitely wouldn't hand the job off to someone else to deal with, because most likely they would never actually get the job done, even if you paid them to do it. So, yes,
I agree.
probably
Taking
just-
responsibility for it as a citizen of the universe.
Yeah, so I drain them dry and then just
What the-
dump his body somewhere. Look, werewolves are kind of enemies to vampires in certain cliches,
But it is.
tales of history.
But
So,
allow me to ask you this: is it the child's fault for being one?
no.
Should the child be punished for the ailment that it suffers from?
Depends. Do you see? Is it also not if it's not something that they wish to have on them? Is it not also freedom to free them of that curse?
Well, that is another debate altogether. Do you seek out a way to free them without striking them of their limited mortality?
To be honest, no. I would just quickly just deal with it, solve the problem. Quick neck snap, maybe drink them a little bit, toss them away, and like the job's done.
Hey, there is something to be said about being able to take decisive action in a
Absolutely.
stressful situation.
Absolutely, I agree. I prefer to look at the realms as there's something wrong, then I will take responsibility to attempt to fix it.
Oh no, that's not my job. Like, I wouldn't be trying to protect the town. I am not a hero. Absolutely not. It's more of inconvenience. You're coming at me or you're trying to bite me. But no. Just going to do it just quite. I'll at least give you a humane death. I'm not going to glorify it or anything. But I'll make it quick and then end your suffering. Yeah, you can go back and do whatever you want in the afterlife. Someone cares enough, they might bring you back, but otherwise, you lived a good 6 months.
Oh my god!
That was 6 months.
That's very insightful, Casimir. What about you, Volkan?
I think we have our quote for the session.
I have no
There
fear
goes
of
my
it.
monetization.
I have no fear of infection. I'm comprised almost entirely of metal. So
I wouldn't put that past you though. I mean, I'd be real careful.
Yeah, you could become a metallic.
Mega
You could become a
Garurumon!
werewolf.
He turns into Metal Garurumon!
Oh, miracle.
Warforged are immune to all diseases, and lycanthropy is technically a disease while also being a curse.
Hmm.
It's similar in some respects to vampirism. It is technically a disease while also being a curse.
Should we test it? Can we see if you'll become a vampire? For science?
I do not have a mouth to consume things, so I do not believe that would even be possible.
We might have to build you a mouth.
You like inject people.
You have speakers though. We're hearing from.
Yes, I have an auditory.
Vibration box.
I have a voice box that projects a voice. I do not have a mouth because I do not need to eat, breathe, or drink.
Speaking of drink, let's go drinking.
Yeah. And if
I
anyone's wondering-
am with you. Darren the dwarf comes running over and super excited, as most dwarves are. And of course,
Hell yeah.
Isolde and Xander and Calithra will all also accompany you. By the way, there's a total of 8 of these cultists. All of them are Archmage level.
So,
Yep.
to kind of answer your question, or what I would do, I would
What's your
just
question?
true polymorph and turn it back into a person.
Oh, I was working under the assumption that we were not as, well, nearly biblically powerful as each of us currently are.
I've never not been powerful. I'm just gonna leave.
Well, most individuals are born without power. You have to earn them.
What was that noise? Okay.
I was not born, I was built.
Built different.
I do have a question. So you all do not like a say-so, clearly.
Yes.
I have
So
no
you're-
opinion whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't care about you or
What? You
on
don't
this
care about me?
question. Well, on this question, anyways.
Oh.
So, what if the roles were reversed? What would you be saying about Exium?
What do you mean? If Exium was the one
Asaso.
controlling everything and
Yes.
Asaso was the one sealed at the bottom of the abyss?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we were living in the same circumstance that we are now with all of the horrendous things happening, same things. I personally don't like the way the universe is. And the only way to enact change is to usurp.
But you don't know if this usurping is going to lead to positive change.
I know it will lead to change.
That's an act of faith. I
No.
don't think you can argue an act of faith.
It would be one way or another if there's a different entity controlling and they are both different domains. It would be a change. Now, I, for one, believe that any amount of change is worth the risk so that poor children plagued with lycanthropy out of circumstance to a horrendous decision of a goddess who does not help the realms any longer and only controls it through force. I would like to see a change.
What if you found out that this prophecy and the change coming is going to be worse? What would you do?
You mean if the others that defended against the original Voidweavers believed? If that
I'm
was
saying if you get
factual?
proof. Yes, if you get proof. Would you still want the change?
No. Absolute destruction is not what I seek at all. That is, they spoke in absolutes, and I do not appreciate that. They believed that it would stop everything. It would consume all things. And I really wish you all would read up on... Do you want me to tell you about why the Abyss was created in the first place? Or do you wish to do your own research so I have no way of swaying you in either direction?
Was it
You
a
guys have been
prison or
very
something?
The Abyss was created to feed Exium. Exium, being of the law of destruction, seeks to destroy Aseso. That is one of its purposes, to destroy her. She created time so that it may be split in many different directions, and everything that came before the time that time was created was put into constant states of loops and non-stop wars and fightings and conflicts, so that all of that can be placed into the Abyss and creates the infinite layers of it. So right now, as we are speaking, there's an infinite number of various timelines happening inside of the Abyss, all of which their entire purpose is to be destroyed by Exium that is trying to get to her. The creatures of the Abyss that are created in this manner, who do not prolong their lives by staying alive or finding ways to the upper levels and layers themselves, they are just treated as something to be sacrificed so she does not have to sacrifice herself.
So my question on top of this, then, all of this is, if we are creations of a say-so, wouldn't the entity that wants to destroy a say-so want to destroy all of a say-so's creations?
That is a worry. And that is something that must be researched and studied further. I am hoping that when we get into this location of knowledge, we will be able to find a definitive answer to that. But from what I have seen, she holds up her hand with the symbol of Exium on it. From what has been shown to me, Exium is nowhere near as unconscionable as it has always been described to everybody. Through her, Exium has a consciousness, has a craving and a want. Exium simply wishes to have freedom and to destroy her. Now, that can be a lie. It could be. But I have not heard anything different from this entity since it has joined into me.
Small question. Can you necessarily blame a say-so for imprisoning something that seeks her own demise? That's just simple self-preservation at that point. Wouldn't you seek to prevent an entity from killing you if it were theoretically hell-bent on doing so?
Is there anybody in your life that you cherish?
Yes.
You have self-preservation, but if it was your life or theirs, which would you choose? She is the creation of, she is the progenitor to us, and we must give her that respect. But she created so many lives just to protect herself. Her children that she created. And they are used as the sacrifice so she may live. Personally,
I feel like these are
at least with
different
my
scenarios.
Are they?
Because especially because we don't know what Exium would do once it has done what it set out to do. If Me sacrificing my life to protect the people I care about would solve the problem. That's easy. But if my sacrifice does not solve the problem, my death is in vain.
Well, perhaps that may be the circumstance and situation.
We can argue hypotheticals as much as we want, however.
Exactly. But at the same time, would you sacrifice that loved one an infinite amount of times? Or would you seek a new resolution? I mean, how barbaric can this solution be? Infinite lives, infinitely created, and their sole purpose is to be destroyed.
Certainly is something to think about. However, we also don't know if she's spent time trying to think of an alternative. Maybe she's biding time. But again, hypotheticals only get us so far.
Agreed. And unfortunately, if anybody brings up this topic of conversation with her, they mysteriously stop existing anywhere. Nobody can find them, nobody can learn about them. That also does not seem fair.
I always take umbrage with considering things fair or not. Existence isn't fair. Never has been.
And whose fault is that? She
It'd be
just
boring
smiles
if it
at
was
you.
Fair.
Was it supposed to be fair?
It can be. There are
Yeah.
leagues of individuals at Creatia that spawn their own simulations of creation. And individuals can live happily with adventure and intrigue still a portion of their lives, just without individuals being born with zero purpose except to die.
Okay, let me. First of all, that simulation sounds missing a lot of components. Okay, let's take me and 4 random. Gosh, I wish I could cast this spell all the time. Let's say I true polymorph 4 pots and pans into people. They now have free will. And that's something you don't seem to be considering in these hypotheticals that you keep putting in there. And that's something that Seiso has so graciously given us. Because what you're saying is, oh, we have this perfect society. It doesn't exist when free will is put into play. It just can't. There's no correct answer at that point. You're asking for something that cannot exist when free will is in play.
Do you
And
believe free will is the issue and consequence of this?
yes, 100%. From the things that I've met that don't have free will, which hasn't been much, but the things I have met that don't have free will, they are locked into something.
Being the would-be antagonist of our realm.
Do we even know if he has free will? Or she? Or it?
Seiso can create apparently anything. She's created everything that we are, and
If this
including the
thing can-
Pantheon.
If this thing can mirror Seiso's power, do we know if it has free will? Do we know it's not just an urge? Or
I do. She raises her hand again, showing the symbol.
that doesn't prove it has free will.
You believe it has free will.
I do, the same as I believe all of us have free will as well, but apparently that is not provable either.
Oh, my free will is definitely provable. I was gifted a sentience core. I'm a warforged. The rest of my kind are basically slaves.
What I'm saying is what you're suggesting is a possibility, is an impossibility if free will exists. If you want to get rid of free will, then I will directly oppose that.
I'm not trying to get rid of free will. This is...
Your answer that you gave earlier to as a hypothetical is one without free will. The second you add anything that can make a decision for itself is when this planet Earth universe becomes, as you said, unfair. Somebody's always going to win. Somebody's always going to lose. If you can't accept that fact and you believe that some sort of being's going to fix that, that's just delusional. And I'm 3 years old and I'm saying this.
And I would encourage you to also consider the fact that there are laws in place that conduct your free will that you have right now. Features of individuals that vary and change as well, that cause for conflict out of petty. There are features that cause individuals to be born at no fault of their own, innately evil. They seek to do mischief and bad and evil things in our universe. That is programmed into their creation.
If it's programmed in there, that's not free will. What I'm saying is...
But every choice they ever make is their own choice.
You can make your own choice, but if your own choice has always said, hey, I have to light a fire. Hey, I have to light a fire. Yeah, you made the choice to light a fire, but there was never really an option for you not to.
Yes, that is very true. And I do not wish to take away free will. Absolutely not. I wish to usurp the individual who created a flawed system to begin with. And the flaw within the system is individuals who are born having urges to do bad things into bad circumstances that lead to bad variables.
Someone that's only been to the abyss once, every time I've been there, it seemed like the things just wanted to do bad things and only lead to bad variables.
And that is what things were made to be down there.
You're saying a say-so made those beings as well and said...
I have encouraged you on numerous times to do your own research without me swaying your opinions on it.
I guess what I'm saying is maybe we should take some of the blessings we have into consideration and not see them as a curse, or present a hypothetical that one is just not reality and will never be a reality, should never be a reality.
Limited thinking such as that dwarfs progress.
If you believe that's limited thinking, then I would highly recommend that you do research.
Casimir! Casimir.
Yes.
You were not born into having this need to drink. Do you remember your younger years where that was a necessity for you? Could you have controlled yourself when you transformed?
What, when I first became
A vampire? Yes.
No. The hunger was too strong.
That was programmed into what is now a gift to you. How many individuals did you murder?
Over the course of my 150 years?
Over the course of being uncontrollable.
I don't know. A lot.
A lot. So, because of something that is not your fault, that was forced upon you and programmed into the situation, you were forced to murder a lot of people at no free will of your own.
Yes, to an extent. And I'm working towards fighting back against that law of the universe.
A simple flaw in the creation.
Casimir was not always a vampire, and he made a choice to become one.
Did you know?
No, I did not. I was forced to become a vampire.
But that...
A blood count I chose to become because I wanted to rise above the position that I was in. I wanted to not be beholden to their will. That was entirely my... This is my purpose of everything that I have done. Here, every time we encounter vampires, It's so that I can gain my own ability.
Now, what if vampirism, in the state of what it was, allowed individuals not to be forced to eat and consume, but instead have the choice to do so? Where you can feel yourself grow weaker, but the craving is not there.
I guess the point I'm trying to make that's being missed is, one, this thing was put on him because, one, it's not a fair universe, and two, it can never be a fair universe.
Limited
The point I
thinking.
was making was the way to create a fair universe would be no free will, no self-control. What you're exactly arguing that a say-so is doing, where there's no self-control. And by claiming that, oh, well, there's these curses that exist because a say-so allows it, well, it's also beautiful things that a say-so allows to exist. After a while, you really think, because I've seen this god once, and I've seen more gods than I'd like to in my 3 years of being, and
They do become
No, I
exhausting
think
at
she
some
just-
point.
I think at what point do you just take a step back? You're like, if they're gonna do what they're gonna do, why am I controlling it? Would you prefer a control freak? Would you prefer somebody up there that watched every move and said, nope, this is wrong, can't do that, nope, this is wrong, can't do that? Or, you know what, I'll make a carnivore want to eat meat. No one yells at fire for burning things. No one yells at a dog for being a carnivore. It's in their nature. And yes, things have natures. But to take away everything and say, hey, you know what? I want to create a perfect world where no free will exists. Everything's going to work the way I want it to work. You're just a control. You're an
I
overlord.
feel like you keep fixating on the fact that you believe we want a world where no free will exists.
Use it as your main hypothetical for this.
For him,
What?
he
Not for
has
him.
no free will with his circumstance. I was suggesting a way that we could make vampirism better immediately, which would immediately make the realms safer for many individuals not born into positions of prestige.
It's great to throw out, hey, I want to do the right thing. And also, then do the right thing the correct way.
And that is what we are attempting to do.
This isn't the correct way.
It isn't.
No.
How do you know?
Because I suggested once as a joke, hey, let's have two big titans fight each other. Let's see how that turns out. What do you think would happen if they did that?
Utter
On a
destruction.
Thank you. What do you think would happen if we took two big titans and made each other fight and they confronted each other on a universal scale?
Well, I suppose that is a potential outcome, which is something we wish to research and ensure will not happen. And if this is not the path to enact change, then we will find a different path. But there are fundamental issues that she created that should not be circumstances. And anybody who wishes to just brush it off their shoulders, A, lacks the imagination to actually enact change, or B, lacks the motivation to ever do the right thing.
Hey, you know, you're good wizards, right?
Of course.
Well, can't you just make things that are worth gold and just give it to poor people?
No, that is not exactly how it works. When you summon four things, you take them from other locations from which they might be necessary resources. So conjuration in mass is a very bad thing. And also flooding any market with too much income notably does lead to a very bad circumstance where the price of object goods becomes, well, weighted based around the income of individuals. It is the malice of a capitalist state that encourages individuals to aspire to be richer than the poor, not aspire to have more than them on a actual level.
Why don't you just steal from all the rich people then?
Shall I start with you?
I mean, I don't got that much money.
We have a lot of electrum.
Well,
You have a lot of
here's the thing:
electrum.
we have a lot more money than people that have no money.
Yeah, well, that's true.
This has
Let
gone
me
into
ask, do you have hundreds of gold or thousands or tens of thousands?
Hundreds.
hundreds of thousands.
1 second.
You have hundreds of thousands. The typical kingdom usually has as much gold as one of you, then.
But to be honest,
I only have
with you, though,
300 gold.
we worked hard for this well-earned money.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
have. Hence why I do not wish to take it from you to give to somebody else.
So why not take it from people who didn't work hard for it?
Yeah,
I think you are looking at things too simplistically, unfortunately. Maybe this...
You're the one who says, "Oh, I'm gonna raise up this god thing, and it's gonna make a change," and I don't really know sure if it's gonna fuck me or not.
Well, okay, that let's cool it there. She's the point of this is to research to see if that concept will actually bear fruit.
All I'm
They're
gonna
not
say is
just
this.
they're not single-mindedly hoping to release Exium. They are hoping that such an event will lead to a favorable outcome, but they're also researching to see if such a thing is even possible. Let's not think of things too black and white here.
Well, I'm
This
gonna
is a
think something
lot
really
of
black
gray.
and white right now. That if Exium comes back, and this change happens, and I lose my captainhood, I'm shooting you in the face as many times as I possibly can. Either running out of bullets, or my finger gets too tired.
Don't forget, the only reason why you're captain is because I didn't want to be captain.
It's because you aren't a person. You weren't allowed to have it.
Oh!
Tensions flare in the
That's why I
group.
asked you yesterday, Joe. That's why I asked you last week if he was a person or not.
Are you questioning?
No, I'm not. The laws are. I think you are a person. You just couldn't take it because you couldn't take it because they won't legally allow you to have it. Unfortunately. I think you're a person.
Take the helm, Buck.
I don't think that this conversation is going anywhere just now. So let's agree to disagree right now.
This is going places
well-
I do have a
I-
question.
Yes.
Talking about like how they could allow this. How big is this universe, if I may ask? I don't know.
How big... Where do you stem from?
Who, me?
Yes.
I come from Volition.
Volition? Wait,
That's what
you've escaped Volition?
Yes.
Really? You've gone through
Well-
all of the realms?
Not all of them.
Oh, you had a unique circumstance. Okay. Well, Volition's composition, excluding the Abyss, which is infinite in its vastness, would be about 1/50th the size of just the material realms, not including all of the non-material realms, the expanse of the ethereal, the realm of dreams. It's a very, very small portion of the grand overture of everything.
It could just be that they're just like too busy. There's too much going on.
Too busy. Everything that is was created. How are you too busy to maintain your creations? And if you are, why would you not go out and seek
I mean-
others to assist you?
I mean, if you're the one that literally creates creation, who can really help you, assist you in that?
You create something to help.
But here's the thing: can you create something that's as powerful as you, if or greater?
No, of course not. But you create something less powerful than you and give it overview of a small location. Oh wait, she does that. It's called a pantheon.
Also, could just be that they don't have omniscience. Like they had initial conditions,
No.
they create it and let it go, but everything's too far away. Well, not too far away. Everything's too far along. It would have to be a great reset in order to fix fundamental flaws. Unless you want to say that that they are omniscient.
I mean,
Well-
can you also really exactly say that the Pantheon are, good at their jobs? I mean, we have a god of. I thought it was knowledge, but apparently it's potion making. But half the time he fails at that.
It's not. I'm a god of commerce, and I'm
I
really
thought-
good at that.
I thought it was
Yes.
time.
Are you the god of capitalism?
No, I'm not the god of time.
That's
Giannis is the
Janus.
god of time.
Well,
good
I
at
thought you were
time.
a god of time.
I thought Giannis was god of portals.
No, Giannis is the god of time.
Yeah.
Owen, bet you can't finish the bottomless pint.
Well,
Bet you I could. 10 gold.
On Owen? You.
No, me. I could finish it.
10 gold. I only have 10 Electrum, but it's worth the same.
On Zodiac, it is, but here currency has no real values, so
Well, I, for one, am interested in conducting my own personal research. I would ask, when and where do you all wish to meet up so we can organize who is going to each of the, well, leaders of the schools of magic to pursue our entryway?
Should we give it a day or two? Let people settle into the newly found information.
Of
Like
course.
you said, we don't want to meet too often, just in case it draws suspicion.
And all of you are welcome onto my ship whenever you would like. The same password is going to maintain itself there.
Thank you.
It is appreciated.
You're most welcome. Good evening. And she'll stop by you, Liara, and place a hand on your forearm. Thank you for questioning things. Wholeheartedly. I wish more individuals would do that. It is a static mind that will never enact change.
Thank you. I actually like that quote. I'm going to write that down.
Feel free.
Okay.
Make sure
Urverse-
you accredit me, though. She'll give you a wink and walk away.
verse Owen, the bottomless pint.
How am I gonna finish a bottomless pint?
I don't know, but he said he beat you.
it's
not with
just
that
a
attitude.
name.
It's just the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the ley lines, it's just the name.
Yeah.
Think about all those advertisements in real life that say, like, bottomless wings.
Er,
Naturally.
would you like to attempt to outdrink the bottomless?
Even an
I
all
got
you can eat buffet at a certain point they kick you out.
Yeah, the cup's going to stop. The cup will just kick me out, like, you're done.
I'll
The
take
cut
it.
just cuts you off. Like, no.
Yeah, you're done, man.
You do realize I was, I'm from the ley lines, family are full of wizards. I know about magic. I might not use it very much, but I know about it.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
not unintelligent. I'm just the dumbest person on the planet, but that's saying a lot.
Slow your roll there. You're not the dumbest.
Okay,
Technically
I'm
speaking,
I'm in
Casimir
the.
is probably the dumbest.
That
Right?
is
You're
true.
a scientist.
You're
I am right. I am a scientist of my world. What are you?
That doesn't say much.
Darren leans into you, Casimir. And also, to be fair, you're one of the more open-minded individuals of this cluster.
That's because of wisdom. We're Sherlock as well.
With age comes wisdom, right? He offers you a clink.
Yeah, sure, I'll drink. Have you got one of that vodka? The blood vodka?
Oh,
That's
yeah. I have more. Do you want me to... I mean, I know a guy. I could put in a commission order for you if you want a case of it. Or...
Yeah, took a case.
Yeah. I don't have money.
Look, how much is it?
When I purchased this one, he traded it for 100 gold of diamond dust.
I think you got robbed, but here's like 1,000 gold. Go do it.
After we're done drinking, but I'll do a sending real quick.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Liara's gonna pull out a bunch of those little caterpies that she still has.
Oh, jeez.
I've been trading these things for a long time. Okay. Can I get 2 bottomless pints and a pixie piss? Does anyone want anything else?
I'm not drinking a bottomless pint.
What? Oh, man.
I'm not. I'm not dumb. Have him try to just beat the bottomless pint.
Con save. Let's see if you can beat the bottomless pint. I'll tell you right now, the DC is 35.
I'm plus 11. I'm getting there.
If only somebody could flash their genius on you.
I've got one use left.
Try.
I mean,
Come on.
with Flash of Genius, I could possibly if I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm not doing it though.
Come on. Oh, that sucks.
Advantage. But in the future,
You
and now I
chug-
know.
You chug for a minute straight before you are forced to just vomit up the alcohol you were trying to consume.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Party foul.
Just gonna whisper to Casimir.
We're
"Can't
sitting here.
Cut him off.
cut him off."
I will use prestidigitation to unsoil the floor.
How many vials of
vomit.
canopy did that cost
Did what cost?
for the drink?
What do you... Oh, you put them into the drink to try to consume it?
No, she was trying to pay with the little vials that, like, those little worms that dig to each
Oh,
other.
no, you don't have to pay for these drinks. They just give it to you.
Oh, wow. I'll take the pixie piss.
Yeah. They'll give you one. There's a conjuration student. He's still learning, so he's making all the drinks.
I wonder where he got the pixie piss. I'm just trying to...
Bulkhead's gonna go back to our ship.
Do you want to know where you got the pixie piss from?
And when he gets there, he's gonna use the sending stone to sort of relay everything that happened to Melion.
Well, you only have 25 words.
Isn't the sending stone infinite?
It's infinite uses, I think, but you get 25 words.
Oh, it's infinite?
no.
No. It's once
no,
per
it
day.
was 20.
No, you gave me a special one from her. That
Oh,
was infinite.
I remember this one
yeah.
being infinite.
Yeah, that one is, yeah. So, but you have to be within a closer proximity. Which you are.
So I'll be going back to our ship and then relaying all the stuff that happened to Melion. So I figured busting out a crazy sending stone in front of the cultists is not a good idea.
Fair. So you send all of that, and the halfling replies to you. Thank you very much. Please keep us up to date and pursue this as far as you can without becoming catastrophic, please.
That is the hope.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's it.
Anybody else?
I would like to slip away, yes,
Okay.
at one point.
Yeah.
I just want to get some empty room. It's only me that's in there. Just make sure, like, I'll turn on my tremor sense, just make sure that no one's invisible,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
following me or anything. And then I want to take out the book and give that a read.
Roll me an
Did I
investigation.
learn? I will use game advantage for this and guidance.
Now, remind me, you sat next to Solara and Darren, or Malisar Solara? No, it couldn't have been Malisar Solara.
No, that's what it was.
It was Malisar Solara?
Yeah.
That's who you sat next to,
Yes.
Kaz?
Yes.
Oh, Darren's the one whose mind you can't read. Malisar's you can. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I made sure to sit next to essentially like the top two. Was how it seemed. I knew she was one, so I just picked one side. I sat next to them. I had the book kind of open so that I can learn everything that they were thinking. And that is a 30.
30 investigation to
Nice.
make sure nobody is nearby. You are
Ah,
100% alone. That was I'm sorry, he's checking to make sure.
I thought that was reading the book.
No, now it's an investigation on the book.
Oh,
I apologize. That was to make sure you're pretty fucking confident you found a location without any scrying eyes or anything like that.
okay. The advantage was meant to be for the book.
Okay,
Can
so
I
30.
use
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry I didn't
No, that's
project
fine.
the situation very well.
Okay, I'm going to use a Gears inspiration and honk that reroll. Thank you, Gears.
Thank you, Goose. So
31.
No. When you re-roll, you don't re-roll your advantage. You re-roll one more die, so that would be the 26.
Alright, it comes up in my screen that it was
No,
31.
he accidentally rolled twice.
Yeah. And
it
I'm
was
looking.
still late.
If you look at the journal area, the first one that's resolved is the first one. That's the 26.
On my
For me, it
screen,
says the 27 plus 4.
Yeah, on my screen
Yeah.
it says 27 plus 1. I mean,
He,
4.
he
Oh,
actually
I-
rolled twice.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's
you
the-
re-rolled
that's the
2
big issue.
twice, not re-rolled. Okay, 31. You are correct. Yeah, one
It's all
second.
good.
People nearby.
That was merely just for proof of how it was showing. Yeah, Discord, no, Roll20 lagged, so it was taking a little bit just for the result to come through.
Okay. And this is Malisar, the Eladrin High Elf. Okay. The agile and graceful one.
And Solara. Yes.
Okay. Her initial surface thoughts are a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. She wonders about her true intentions and the extent of Solara's power. Her thoughts flicker with caution, like a sentinel guarding against a potential threat, but that's whenever Owen speaks up. Yet there's no undeniable intrigue as she contemplates the possibilities that Solara was presenting. Past that, Solara's eloquence and charisma gradually begin to take hold of Malisar's thoughts. She finds herself drawn into her narrative, captivated by the visions she paints of a united front against the forces of darkness. Beneath her stoic exterior, a spark of hope flickers, and she starts to question whether Salazar's cause might indeed be worth embracing, as if she was being swayed the same as everybody else in the room. Amidst Solara's persuasive words, Malisar's surface thoughts waver with a sense of admiration. She can't help but appreciate the intelligence and determination that the room collectively seems to have. Her passion resonates, Solara's passion resonates with her on a deep level, and she finds herself silently acknowledging Solara as a formidable ally. Her skepticism begins to ebb, replaced by a growing willingness to consider the propositions laid out before you all. At some point, Malisar's surface thoughts become more contemplative as she ponders the potential risks and rewards of allowing you all to join. She weighs the consequences for herself and her companions, wrestling with the complexities of the decisions. Every time Owen seems to speak, there's a little response to protect the realms, but also protect her people from him, an eagerness to make a difference and ready to defend Salazar if the situation would arise. And towards the end of the conversation inside of that room, the skepticism that had begun largely dissipates as Malasar views each of you as potential allies worthy of joining the Voidweavers, as well as a newfound respect towards Casimir, despite knowing that you have very limited intelligence by comparison to everybody else, loving the fact that Casimir's mind seems far more open than everybody else's inside of the room to change. Got that?
For the most part.
Okay.
So was that just... Was that just Malasar's, or was that both of theirs?
That is just Malasar's. Solara... Oh no, this actually... This item goes through things that can magically divine. Nope, you cannot read through Solara's...
You said that this was because it was from the Beyond.
Oh,
that
it's the
slipped
Beyond
through.
Journal. Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was going to be entirely useless, and then you said because it was the Beyond, it slips past all those magical barriers. Hey, this was a good catch on a fishing trip.
Hell yeah. Look at that, sky fishing works out.
I mean, I caught a book, which is like the worst thing that you ever want on fishing, but I mean, it's came in useful at least.
So, what you are capable of getting from Solara, it seems to be more direct quotes as her surface thoughts, not lingering around and molding and shifting and changing. Her thoughts seem much clearer than everybody else's that you've read in this book so far. A few things that stand out to you as you are listening to these direct thoughts that she has. Curiosity is my ally. Approach them cautiously, draw them in with words of unity and purpose. They're receptive, but Owen and Lucian, they bear watching. Their doubts run deep. I can sense their hesitation, their inner conflicts. The potential for allies is there. I must nurture it. Their minds are in turmoil, searching for answers. I sense the pull of our cause, the longing for something greater. Owen and Lucian, the thorns in my side. But the others, they hold the key to our triumph. I must tread carefully and hope they choose to embrace the Voidweaver's destiny. The last thing you read. You mean one of them has power from the beyond, listening to us? Wow, curious. It's Casimir. Well, hello, Casimir. I hope you are getting a very astoundingly good read. That is the very last thing you were able to glean thanks to your book.
Can I tell where that might have been? Like, at what point of time it might have been that she said that last part?
History check.
Oh, God.
Water went down my face.
5.
Nope.
Last night.
Hey, it was a lot of hours just waiting for like Lucian to write that spell, and I was drinking a lot and taking a lot of other things and making conversations, so it could have happened anytime.
Yes.
But she knew then and still went ahead with this.
Yeah.
That goes to say something. Okay. Teal.
Now, I would
Good
also
point.
remind you that you are still charmed by her,
Yes.
and you view her as a ally, a friend.
I don't think any of that information's really changed that so much. Or like, even if it could, I don't think any of that really changed. There's some manipulation in it, but to an extent everybody tries to manipulate everyone to try to get to their ideals, so I can understand that part. It's from vampire situation, like they all do it rather a lot more blatantly
Now,
or forcefully.
I will let you know now that this book seems to rewrite itself every 12 hours. It's not infinite in pages, so as you glean more information, it starts fading away after 12 hours.
Okay.
And also, it is writing down your thoughts as well as you were standing there. Surprisingly,
wait,
there's a
why are you
lot of
doing
blank
that?
pages.
Wait, stop that. No, don't write stop that. What?
And I think this is a good place for us to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. that was the wrong screen. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. So, you all head to your respective areas. Take your long rests. Lucian, you're the only person who can't long rest yet because you just took a 4-hour power nap. Unless Lucian has depression as a flaw. Then you could sleep all day.
I'm fine.
So, 8 hours go by. You all meet back up. You have today and tomorrow, and then you're going to go meet up with them.
Guys, we only got like 3 months till that tournament happens, so
I'm going to win that tournament. You know it.
You're entering?
I don't know what's the rules, but I'll enter.
Oh, everyone who enters dies except the winner.
And you die.
Like, I can't breathe.
So if we have multiple people, that means we have to kill each other.
As in erased from existence, not I can be resurrected. Erased from existence.
We're not.
How does that work with that clone spell?
If the clone goes in, they're fucked.
Yeah. Hopefully the person has a clone set up, which I can get you. In fact, my mom used to do that for people.
I think I'm good. If you're in it, I don't really want to have to kill you.
Oh, I'm not in it. I'm cooking. There's a cook-off too.
Who's hosting this?
Oh, the God of War.
Which one?
On Zodiac.
The one on Zodiac. The one that everyone doesn't really like that much. Who
But-
really isn't good at cooking.
Can you stop aggravating Ares? I am going to have to kill him at some point fairly soon, especially if I want to get my things mixed up. But he will end up smiting you. Although I don't think he has power on this world.
Do I see a potato like hurling through space?
He can absolutely hear you, that is for certain.
Yeah,
No, you
one
do
time
not
I
see
blew
a
a
potato.
horn that everybody on the continent could hear, and it just said Ares sucks.
I mean,
No, you changed that, didn't you?
No, remember the first time she just blew it after Ares refused to help whatsoever with the spell, and she just blew up the horn and said Ares sucks.
And everybody backed up,
You know
and you got hit with a
Yeah.
giant fucking potato.
Roll me a
Yeah,
D100, Liara. Let's see how affected Ares is by your words.
Oh, she said it again. Ooh. We're looking for high. 66! Let's go! We got the magic number!
No,
Evil
69 is the.
Or to 60.
so close.
RD6. Can we get another 6? Oh, we did! It happened! Oh, here comes Lucifer. Asmodeus. Let's go.
Okay, so we wake up.
We don't wake up.
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't you
see
put on a
what
little
happens
makeup?
if Ares does anything.
What does Urkel want to do this morning? We're not meeting till tonight, right?
Tomorrow, not to.
Oh.
You have 2 full days. You said you want to meet up after 2 days, so 2 full days of preparations, rest, communication, whatever.
First fucking numbers, actually.
So we're meeting up to infiltrate.
Am I still
the
charmed, by the way?
Headmasters?
What? What'd you say, Lucian? Sorry.
So we're meeting up in 2 days to infiltrate the headmasters, or are we supposed to start that on our own?
They said infiltrate in 2 days. You know,
Okay.
gather your knowledge, information, anything you need to do beforehand.
Essentially, I gave us 2 days so that we could discuss, go catch up with people that we need to.
Today and
Talk about next
tomorrow, and then
plans.
the following days when you execute. You have full day today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
You said
and
after
then
2 days.
we meet with them to discuss, like, oh yes, we're going to continue to do all this, or this is what we're going to do with the headmasters, stuff like that. But we have a little bit of time right now just to update, like, military people and all that stuff, and do whatever we need to do.
Okay, my next question is, well, my question was, am I still under charm?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if maybe that was just like 24 hours thing.
No. You're dealing with powerful fucking wizards now.
Well, powerful magic requires powerful incantations.
Yeah. Like talking to the same individual for 20 minutes straight. Yeah.
I was like, can I start questioning them now? I was like, damn it. Okay.
So I sort of resisted or something.
But you did not sense anything. It is not one of those things that you can sense it happen to you until after you come out of it.
My character wouldn't even think about, like, wait a minute, could we possibly been charmed? That's definitely not within this character, so...
Yeah. Until one of the charmed individuals acts in a way against their nature very clearly, you can't even be suspicious of them, guys.
Well, I'm concerned that they're spying on us. So if I do detect magic, can I see if
No.
we're being spied on?
Oh, yeah, detect magic. Roll a perception check.
Because I think they might be, like, watching us.
I think damn near everybody's watching us. You probably have a lot of eyes, especially godly eyes. I mean, we only keep messing up everything.
Yeah, you don't notice any scrying eyes or anything out of the ordinary.
But while I'm checking for that, do I see that people are under enchantment magic?
On an 11, no.
In the morning, I will bring up the book's contents. Essentially what it said about them. What they were well, I'll give a light version of it. And tone down on the deceptive practices that Solara was doing. But I'll give that kind of general update that Malasar kind of just believes in Solara, sees them as a kind of good voice, and kind of finds herself being drawn into the narrative and the vision that she paint, the vision that they have for the future. Solara is kind of considering each of us, although Lucian and Owen seem to be more difficult than the rest of us. Also, she is aware that I was spying.
Did I get charmed by this person?
Y'all try so hard to metagame, don't you?
I'm just like, should I know of a condition that I have as a player? Like, it doesn't matter to me.
I guess my character is going to just try to go through and try to find the best place to eat. That's what he's going to try to do today. Because we got 2 days, and there's really not much prep work he needs to do. He's not magically inclined.
Do you want to come with me and take my daughter for a walk and take her to class?
I mean, sure. If you're inviting her to do that, there we go.
Sure. Melissa, I'm bringing the cat today.
I'm not a cat. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Melissa just looks over at you, pss, 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 and then walks away.
Oh. Okay, I'm ready to go in with you now. Why do you think I'm a cat?
Liara,
Yeah.
as you were walking Melissa to her class,
Oh, wow, something's about.
a crow seems to fly from the ethereal towards you. As it perches nearby out of striking range, by words unwise defiance shown, mortal tongues have seeds been sown. In arrogance the gods they scorn, now in their fate a world is torn. From realms above a reckoning nears, a storm of bloodshed, strife, and tears. In battles fierce they must atone for pride they sowed in mocking tone. To break the chains of fate's cruel hand, they must unite the warring land. The warring land. For if they fail in this quest dire, the world shall burn in vengeful fire. Seek redemption, hear this call, or doom awaits an empire's fall. In trials great, they'll find their way, or in darkness forever stay.
She's gonna start covering her ears. She realized this is the prophecy.
Wait,
Okay,
is
well,
that-
it's over now.
Yeah, fuck. Or you didn't hear that, did you?
I asked in there. Why was I?
Oh yeah,
able to
you hear
see
all of
here?
this as well. You, Melissa, Liara.
God damn it. Now I gotta disintegrate both of you. No, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. I'm not. Yes,
Casimir
Just
casually
voice
walks
in her
by.
head.
you can. She's like a little Casimir on
Do
your
it.
shoulder. You can do,
Do
it.
it.
Here's the thing: am I smart enough to know that this is a prophecy, or this is just somebody talking to like Liara? Because
Well, as you're wondering this, roll me an insight check. One of the divination one of the divination wizards come walking by. Oh shit! Sorry, my crow seemed to got out of my grips. It picked up something while we were looking. How you doing?
the crow is spouting nonsense.
Yeah, what
I,
did
thi- I
it
think
pick
figure
up?
13 is not enough.
No.
What did your crow pick up? Can I see it?
I mean, it's through the telescope. Yeah. Come on, you can look. I didn't know you were interested in divination. Most people like avoid us.
No, it's one of the coolest forms of magic.
I know, isn't it? And it's so incredibly accurate as well.
As Wyatt, I hate divination. Okay, Melissa, or can you please walk Melissa to school now?
Okay.
Yeah, if you look
You
at
need
there,
help though? Just teleport me back. You can do that, right?
Yeah, when you get back here.
so what we are currently looking at over here, this is a cluster of constellations that we refer to as the 13 siblings, right? Each one are manifested as a different aspect of a design that's very similar to certain different godly-like beings. I think the one we're looking at right now belongs to the Aries cluster.
What? Was this a threat from Aries? It's a lot to take in right now. I'm gonna look at this. So you were able to put your familiar that far away from you?
No, my familiar looked through and then freaked out and then flew off. Why? Did he tell you something?
God, I wanted to save my spells for that. I'm gonna use telekinesis on the familiar.
Hey, the counterspell. Fuck you!
Whoa, counterspell.
What the fuck are you doing? And are you willing to fight all of the divination wizards by yourself?
What, to telekinesis the
You're casting magic at their familiar, yeah.
She's gonna say, wait, it's important. I have to like see what it saw. Please.
Let me just roll my 2d20
You
for
said
this individual.
Telekinesis, did you mean telepathy?
Telepathy, not telekinesis.
Oh, okay.
My
okay,
bad.
okay, okay,
I'm
okay,
so
okay.
sorry.
You're good. Yeah, that's a big
Very
difference.
spell.
Big
Very-
difference.
They would
right?
know.
Throw it across the room.
Yeah,
Look at its
like
mind.
you fucking crush it into the ground. You know, there's a difference. Okay, they allow you to connect, and all you hear is just like bird noises as it's staring at you.
What did you see 2 minutes ago? I'm just gonna
Destiny.
search I'm gonna search its mind.
Circumstance changed, and it goes over the exact same prophecy that you just heard.
How did you get to this conclusion?
I looked, and then prophecy appeared.
Show me.
It looks into the telescope and then looks at you.
No, I mean, show me the moment in your head when it happened.
Oh, and you see this flash that happens, and a very pissed off Centurion god seems to have manifested some type of prophecy of reckoning, offended by your insolence.
A centaur? Do I recognize this
Yeah.
god?
Yeah,
It's
Ares. Way bigger and more powerful than you remember him, though.
He literally just...
He intervened on your destiny.
he
Your
literally
insolence.
created a prophecy of war between gods.
No, nowhere in there does say gods. Here, let me send it to you.
Wow.
Is Discord fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna rewatch and write it down because I was right midway, and I was like, I
There
didn't
you
get
go.
the beginning. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not the same one. Thank the Lord. I don't have to disintegrate or Melissa.
What?
Am I? Nothing.
What?
Hey!
Melissa's standing there, like, just sucking on a lollipop,
You
looking
didn't
at you
even take her to
confused.
class? She's on your back.
No, I said to have fun at school. Like I took it. Read and chat.
That doesn't mean she went, though.
Yeah, she just walked back, same as her.
Would I even do a perception check to do that? And then I look around like, what are you here? I'm walking to school.
Mm.
Oh, let's go again.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Never mind, guys. We're just gonna prophecy by a hater who can't cook.
What prophecy? You mean what that crow was talking about?
Yeah.
Nonsense.
It's basically nonsense. sure-
You may want to heed that warning a little bit. If you offend gods, they're really arrogant, egotistical creatures, and usually a sincere apology can stop their manifestations from happening.
Oh, trust me, this guy's not even begun to be offended. Wait until I beat him in a cook-off.
I hope you don't cause a lot of people to die.
They won't.
Liara.
Don't worry. My friend
You-
Casimir has it handled.
Hey, Liara, do you need
Yes.
some help testing? Like taste testing? I can help you.
I don't want to give away what I know, because if I cook
Give it to me. Who am I gonna say it to?
no. If I cook it, he'll know it exists. It's like a weird power he has. He knows about.
How do you know it's going to taste good in the first place?
Let's just say I have a source. I know a guy.
But then that means it
Divination.
exists. That means he already knows.
Divination
No.
magic, right?
I can't... Why are you following us?
Oh, I thought we were friends. No.
What's your name, friend?
My name?
Yes,
Carbon.
Carbon.
Yeah.
I like that name. Are
Thanks.
you the headmaster for divination?
What? No, not at all. I kind of just like joined maybe about 5 years ago or so. I mean, I'm pretty good.
Can you...
Anyways, can help me convince Liara to cook some things.
I'll make you a lasagna. It's my specialty. It's something I made all by myself with no help.
Ooh. Yeah,
Nice.
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. And he just keeps following you.
What's going on?
What? He's no threat to us. Or
No.
they.
I didn't expect this journey. I'm just dropping. Melissa, let's get to class. Do you like your new student aid? But no.
Not particularly.
Why?
It's just it
She's
seems
so much more attentive.
Are they boring?
Well, I don't want to teach foul play of magic. If I want to teach ethical magic to her, and she seems to already have a liking towards chaos and destruction innately imbued into her.
That's why we can't teach her destructive magic. That's why we're teaching her enchantment.
You under I need you to roll an insight check against what you just fucking said.
She's convincing herself.
Give me evocation.
Can I roll persuasion on myself?
I'll allow
I
it.
want to believe.
Oh!
Yes. Her willpower is better.
You fully believe you are correct. Despite the fact that this arcane school completely was outlawed due to how heinous and evil it was. You convinced
She
yourself.
cast friends for the first time in front of me. Show Melissa.
Who she cast it on?
She cast it on Liara.
Oh, I'm definitely passing a fucking charisma check.
I thought you were doing it
Well,
on me
make
for
the
a second.
save. Make the save, Liara. Let's see.
Does it friends make you hostile?
After.
You need to do better.
What the? You're the one who told me to do it. It's a stupid spell, anyways. What about the one where I make people dance?
You can make people dance. Wait, you taught her.
Tasha's dance?
No, I did not teach
Do
her
it.
that. I am not teaching her that spell.
Do it to the gnome. That's why he's here.
That's
But
just-
the base gnome. The gnome that
What
would
about the one that makes you laugh?
There's a spell that makes you laugh, and you're saying enchantment's evil?
Leaves you completely vulnerable to your enemy's assaults. It's not innately evil. It's just how it can be utilized, can be seen as evil.
What would you think is more evil? Making somebody dance or burning them to death?
Yeah, I think burning's pretty evil. I'd rather be laughing than burning. Wow, this went way off course.
Speaking of course, we have a lot to get through. Melissa, go over the moral efficacies again of the uses and practices of enchantment magic. And that's when he just dismisses you guys, because...
Yeah.
Carbon, you still coming with us today? We got some errands to run, but you're more than welcome.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Meet up with
what are you
everyone.
So-
doing, Liara? What are we doing, Liara?
How appreciative are you on a scale of 1 to 10 for the fate reading that you received today?
You're here to charge me.
No, I'm not going to charge you anything. We don't believe in money here. Why do all of you guys visiting us keep asking, like, how much? We don't charge money.
I thought I had to trade you something, but no.
I mean, if you want to, you feel free.
There
But
is
like,
trading, bartering.
Here,
Society would-
I like honestly like a 12 out of 10. Like the bird, the theatrics. I thought it was like illusion at first. I was impressed, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. I almost had to disintegrate my friend here and my daughter, and then myself.
Why'd you... Wait, you were going to disintegrate us?
Yeah, we shouldn't have heard. Like, I thought it was a different prophecy. I thought we just angered something else, but it's yeah.
I looked to our new friend, I'm like, why are you giving him these prophecies, and why am I now suddenly afraid of you?
why are you afraid of me? I
Because you almost made him, or you made her, disintegrate me.
we read the stars and we translate it, and the purpose of the translation is to be shared with everybody, so that if it pertains to you particularly, it gets told about. I mean, I'm going to have to report this one to potential prophecies. Do you know what world this may pertain to?
Oh, definitely Exandria. Yeah.
Exandria?
Exandria?
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
All right. And what is your conclusive evidence of this?
Oh, he has a big presence there. I'm gonna tell him the city that we made lasagna in the first time. You know,
I
like-
heard about that. Yes.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go make lasagna, the thing I invented by myself.
We're doing
Perfect. Can I
errands
enjoy
first.
it?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought we were doing errands first.
Yeah, the errands was getting the ingredients. I'll surprise everybody with food.
All right. Now, everybody else, what are you doing today / tomorrow? Do you guys just want to fast forward time to meeting up with them?
I was just looking all up people, see if they had anything.
Yeah, I don't think Bulkhead would do much aside from if any like new developments happen. He would probably keep people apprised of the situation, but if nothing important happens,
I
he's
might
probably just
try some research, like if there's any information on what's it called, the Nexus of Eternal Shadows. See if there's anything that I can glean.
All right. Roll me an investigation.
All right. Good lord, I'm gonna re-roll
Wow.
that.
Go for it, yeah. That's a lot
35.
better. You find that this information, though it is not redacted from any of the libraries here, does seem to be very difficult to stumble upon. You have to go tremendously out of your way to conduct your research, and inevitably you do come across it. It is labeled the Nexus of Eternity, labeled as a profound location. Chaotic magics surge throughout it. Apparently once every 100 years, whenever a new headmaster is being chosen, that headmaster must venture into it and come back out in order to earn their seat as a headmaster. And first, they must be nominated by the other headmasters themselves. It turns out that quite often, the individual who goes in there and attempts to do that fails and does not actually come back out. Which is why Autumn Resistus's headmaster has been their headmaster for 600 years, as every time someone else wants to take over their position, they fail. But you don't get specifics on it.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. Can I find the spell blink?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Paper and ink cost, that's it.
Nice.
I'll check in with Bulkhead just to see about us reporting back and what they're advising for next steps
Mm-hmm.
for his daughter.
The only advisement that I received was to make sure we don't go too far as to cause irreparable damage.
So, but they understand what we are going to need to do to get to the center, and they're just saying that they're allowing it. We are going to need to interrogate the headmasters.
Did they say anything specific relating to that, or was it literally
No, they
just-
said use your good judgment and make sure you don't do irreparable damage.
Yeah.
But they do want us to find the prophecy, actually have it, don't they? This is me asking out of character.
They
Like, trying
want
to remember.
they want Lucian and Liara to find it and know it, and then make the decision of what to do. Either hand it over to them so that they can help to actively stop it, or destroy it so nobody else will ever have that information again.
What about, as I said, anything in regards to the Voidweavers of, like, don't let them go and do that, or...
Well, yeah,
Don't
I
follow
mean,
them
that
down
goes
that
without
path,
saying.
or-
They said, cultists bad, stop cultists, like, don't allow them to do things. But they didn't have any more information to present to you, Bulkhead.
This feels very familiar in so many different aspects that there's a lot of information they do not pass on, and they just say, yeah, just get the job done. And then if you don't do it to their non-existent commands, they still get all grumpy and bitchy about it.
Hashtag wisdom.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people operate in the ley lines. It
A lot
is
of the...
It is infuriating.
Yes, I've noticed a lot of them are rather annoying. So be it then. We need to interrogate the headmasters, then we need to... We'll try not to get them killed, but we should head to that place anyway, at the time. It's better to keep them with us rather than them acting on their own, because we can't control what they do. At very least we can try to limit what they do, get them into the right place, and then try to make it so that they don't find the information while we do. But right now, we need their help. Or at very least, we need to be with them in this path. From my point of view.
Yep. This is one of those positions where we have to dance on the precipice of oblivion, and hopefully things work out the way we hope they do.
Yeah, it's what makes it fun. If it accidentally goes over, then it's our fault. But realistically, I don't see this becoming... It's not going to immediately become an issue. Some damage might happen, a war may start, but realistically it's only the beginnings of a war, not the end of one. So, right now there's only 8 of them. They'll be able to manage 8 people, should they have it. And if they want us to kill them, well, I would rather not. But at least they seem a bit more pleasant to be around than the so-called ones on the right side. But I'm not going to get into the politics of it all.
Yeah, they're surprisingly reasonable, but we should still be wary.
I'm wary and I'm cautious. I can see certain parts of how they interact, but realistically, I don't know if I can say that their heart is true. But I think for some of them, they just believe that this is probably the better way. And I don't think they are intent on mass bloodshed. So, I don't think I can actually say the same about the other people that held us imprisoned. So.
They had
the reasons?
They had reasons.
Just like these ones, so.
Yeah, it's all fucked. Let's just
it is.
Do what we can with what we got, I suppose.
I'm not intending on picking sides. Essentially, in my view, this is not my war, but I want to do what we can to help your daughter. That is the extent of this. Beyond that, it is on their shoulders. But we'll do what we can to help your daughter.
I appreciate that greatly.
Of course.
This is proving to be far more complicated than I originally expected, and that will only lead to even more complications, but we will deal with those as they arise.
Our group isn't exactly one for diplomacy. We are kind of, even before I met all you, and I had my other people with Liara, it was more... Even then, we didn't have much diplomacy. I mean, we tried, but a lot of it was just killing dragons. Or killing the water.
How does one kill water? That's
very difficult. We had to go to several different planes to collect these magical artifacts, just so that we could be able to affect a being of an ancient primordial element that was from the beginning of time, that is water itself. You can't kill it because it's a natural force of the universe and it was flooding everywhere. So we had to just beat it down into a subdued state to put it to sleep. It's why Liara has that fascination with her eating.
That is... She's very obsessed with finding the pair to that earring, even though there is almost assuredly not one.
There is absolutely not one. I checked it myself. There is no other one, or there is no intended one of that kind. I mean, you could probably get one that looks like it just to balance it out, but it's I think it also weighs on her a little bit. It's close to Luna. The place that we got it, it was her home, essentially. It's where we met her there. A version of her that didn't know us. In a world that I believe the time continued to replay. The events of everything continue to happen.
And being from the Leylands, I know what solitude is, right?
Solemn?
Solemn, yeah, not solitude, sorry.
Yeah, you know what Solemn is. Or Unity is the name of the world, Solemn is the continent.
I was under the impression that we got the earring from
The Abyss.
in the Hells.
But we definitely, we went through Solemn to get the staff, but it was one of the places on the way when we were getting the artifacts.
Yeah.
I've also got 6 intelligence, and that was
No,
20 years ago for me. So
He's telling
yeah,
the story how he tells it, all right?
Exactly.
That's fine. I accept that.
Had to go to Unity in order to find an earring?
Or the Abyss. You know it's one of those 2 locations.
Well, I'm just saying, from the story, the way he told it, he said...
From what I'm telling, and I'm saying that we got the earring there and we didn't get the staff there.
Oh, that reminds me. Bulkhead, are you proficient in history?
I am.
Can you roll me a history check?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
28.
Unity is the world that makes up the vast majority of the Abyss that is on the replay. Unity is what feeds it.
And that's what causes Solemn is Unity?
Yeah. Unity is the world, Solemn is the continent. The actions that take place on Solemn are what allows the Abyss to perpetually have food to put into it. People, lives, realms.
Given we have some time, Lucian would actually want to do some research on all the people in the cult. Like, what are their magical specialties and possible, try to discern like possible weaknesses. Like, just, I mean, you
could do that.
It's not going to have like.
Day. Yeah, you can easily do that on the second day. You can conduct that research. This is going to be a persuasion roll, though. Because this is word of mouth asking people about them. Oh, wait, no, they have everything written here anyways. Yeah, you can just research them.
Yeah.
So investigation, yeah. I forgot where you were. In other places, you don't have books written on everybody.
I'll use game advantage. Right. Give me all your secrets.
Malasar is an illusion wizard. Incredibly powerful up-and-comer within the ley lines themselves. Is en route that within 20 years' time, she's probably going to be going over and attempting to become the headmaster of mirrors. Incredibly potent, incredibly powerful. Her native realm that she stems from is the wilds themselves. Despite that, she has a very soft and calm demeanor compared to many other Fae-like creatures. She has a unique skill, which is an uncanny ability to weave illusions of unparalleled complexities. Her illusions can deceive all 5 senses, making her a master of misdirection and stealth. Next, we have Solara. Her school of magic is divination. In fact, she is labeled as the second most powerful diviner currently within the ley lines underneath the headmaster of the Stargazer, who she was raised by from a very young age. She does have a talent that allows her to read the ley lines patterns and has an unmatched precision with her prophecies, as well as her ability to unveil secrets written in the stars themselves. Darren, his school of magic is what's it called? Autumn Resist This does it? Not Conjuration, the other one.
Abjuration?
Abjuration. Yeah. Abjuration. Remarkably resilient and skilled, particularly with earth-style magics as well, which enables him to manipulate stone and create formidable barriers out of physical objects. His control over Abjuration is so incredibly acute that he is capable of erecting barriers around individuals close to him without weaving any type of somatic components. Neria is exceptional at evocation magic. However, she focuses... Neria. Yeah. She focuses much more heavily on controlling magic that has to do with plant growth, life, communing with spirits, and things such as that with her evocation. She is an evocation wizard as a trained profession. It's just that she has always had a keen eye for things around invoking nature in order to pursue her goals, which does give her a very creative use of magics and combining the two schools of practice. Thalnir is also an evocation wizard who has an affinity for ice type magic, cold magic in particular. He is, just that. He's really good at that. He doesn't have anything that exceptional about him. Isolde has an affiliation with which one is Dunomancy, gravity in general. He's specifically trained in the arts of combating the beyond. One of the most well put together mages, has led several expeditions into the beyond without ever coming out scathed whatsoever. Isolde is strikingly powerful. Compared to everybody on this list, they are rumored to be the most powerful that you've researched, at least from what you've been able to glean. Xander... Oh, and also Isolde is a her, not a him. I apologize. Xander, also evocation magic, preferring lightning and wind-style magics in general. He's powerful enough to conjure up incredible winds that can suck the oxygen out of people's lungs, stopping them from speaking. Not to mention his ability to control lightning stops anybody from being able to really evade it properly or to suffer less damage due to their physiologies. Elemental Adept. And then Kalithra. Practices a very unique school of magic, and you would not have guessed it after looking at her, as the calm half-elf woman. She practices hemomancy, which is the practice of blood manipulation and arcane arts in particular. As such, she can tap into the abilities of individuals and either strengthen those abilities temporarily at strain of herself, or be capable of siphoning those abilities out of individuals at the cost of her own strength. Looking at all of them, Kalithra is probably the biggest threat to Owen, Casimir, and compared to everybody else. And Xander, which was her, by the looks of it, partner, they both held hands at the meeting, if you remember. He would be the most dangerous one for you and Liara. Bulkhead, you don't know enough about his practice of magic to know what his weakness is.
Who is Kalithra?
Kalithra? She was the last one there, the 8th.
Kaylee.
Yeah, you called her Kaylee.
Yeah. Her real name is Kalithra.
Okay, all right. Well, I was confused. I was like, is this another one?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that.
That's
part.
fine. I was just double checking. All right.
Kaylee.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I will pass my research and stuff into these different guys to the rest of them, just so they know who we're dealing with. Since they seem to know so much about us, we should know something about them.
Mm-hmm. So you passed that all along on the last day?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Liara, cooking utensils check. How good's your lasagna?
Oh, dude, this is gonna be big. She's spited Aries with it too. She wants this to be good. I'm gonna use game inspo on this. What kind of check do you want it to be?
This is going to be you working off of memory, intelligence.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. We love intelligence checks. We are 30. We are on fire with these 30s.
Everyone other than Bulkhead gets to enjoy the lasagna as you meet up for Lucian to express what he has just learned to each of you. Liara.
Oh, this is Carbon, by the way. He's our new friend.
Hi.
He wanted to join the crew.
What? I mean, I'm mostly intrigued by all of you because some of you just shouldn't be here, which is cool that you are here, you know, even though you're not, like, technically allowed to be here, but you're here, so they're allowing it, obviously. Also, I really wanted to try this lasagna thing. She's been working on it for a whole day.
He hasn't left my side since I started.
Yeah. Well, that information you gave us, it's okay to have, but I don't think we're going to be fighting these guys. These guys seem genuine. Just trying to do what they think is right.
It's better to have the information than not.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
In case
I just realized how many evocation wizards they have.
in case things go awry,
That's the
it's good to have the knowledge of what they could be capable of than to go into such a situation in the dark.
Question for you spellcasters.
Yeah.
If your arms were to be broken, could you still cast... Or are there certain spells you couldn't cast?
It depends on the spell.
Your arms don't actually affect your spellcasting whatsoever. It is the digits themselves. So somebody with your physiology as a mage could actually, you know, if they could find the right angle, sit down and use their toes in order to cast their magics and spells. Because I believe bugbears have exceptionally long toes, right?
I think so.
Yes. But breaking our arms, if our fingers still work, I mean, we'll be flailing around a little bit, but we can still function with it. Honestly, the easiest way to affect our spellcasting, if I may, he'll come over to you, I'm going to, like, strangle you a little bit, okay?
You can try.
Yeah. This part right here, if you push in and squeeze really hard, really quickly, you might make the damn, your neck is like feels like iron.
Yeah, he's a cat.
I'm not a cat.
But yeah, if you like push in and squeeze that part hard enough, you may stop the airflow from an individual, at least temporarily. And then without verbal components, that really neuters us mages.
Good to know.
In terms of the loss of my arms, if I were to lose them, my special armor gives me viable replacements for them, but also, technically speaking, my armor is what gives me my magic, kind of. I'm an artificer.
You're that sentient warforged, right?
Yes.
Wow. Cool.
We have an eclectic group here.
Really good purchase.
Yeah.
Can I eat him?
I was not purchased.
Traded?
I am not. I am a person. I am not an object to be bartered with.
You literally just said he was a sentient warforged, the only one, and then you referred to him.
Right, well, they refer to
as
him as the
a
sentient warforged. He's, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm new here. I've only been here about like 6 months or so.
It is fine.
So you are people, like people.
Yes,
Like if I gave you a direct order, you could choose to not do it.
correct.
Wow, that's so cool. Who did that?
It's a good question. Who did do that? I'm assuming it's someone from Croatia.
Correct. That would have been the headmaster of Croatia back when you were first constructed. How old are you again?
I am, I believe, 210. Yeah. Be the Croatia's headmaster about 200 or so years ago.
So now that's have been built for 200 years.
Yes, I was built to be I'm a Warforged construction model. I was built to help in the construction of spelljammers, as well as the creation and repair of arms and armor. But they noticed that I had a particular aptitude with the arcane, specifically in being an artificer, and I was granted sentience.
So that would be Headmaster Darian Starfall, who is still the active headmaster. Croatia has not had a different one yet in some time.
You want to go and see him? I don't know if we're all splitting up to see different headmasters or if we're all just going together.
Wait, why do you guys have to go talk to the headmasters?
For some stuff.
No reason.
Yeah, just for some stuff. Would you say that's the best best meal you've ever had in your life? Like on a level?
I need a deception check at advantage from you, Liara, as he is a little suspicious, but damn, lasagna.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Yeah. Let me roll.
Fire with these. Crit versus crit.
It goes in favor of the aggressor. He wins.
What? We can't have a motive to go talk to people?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What the motive would like? It just people here don't not share information. This is fucking sausage. Is that sausage and beef?
Tell you what, if you say very loudly towards that constellation over there, this is the best meal you've ever had, I will tell you. I promise you. She'll put out her pinky. I pinky promise.
Oh, hell yeah. And he'll grab your pinky.
Oh, okay.
This is the best meal I've ever... And an egg crashes and kills him.
What the...
What the...
Killed him?
What? Oh my god. Bring it... Who's a priest? Lucian, you're God. Bring him back. Go back.
Are you a godly
That's
arm?
not what I do.
Wait, did he actually just, like, rocks fall, he died?
And a metallic egg shot through from the cosmos and penetrated through his body. He's bleeding out on the ground.
Is he bleeding out or is
He's
he dead?
he's bleeding out. He's not dead. He's bleeding out.
There's
There's a gaping hole in his chest.
with my spell storing item that has 10 casts of healing of cure wounds. I'll start healing him.
Well, I will use Tempest to cast Regenerate on him.
There we
Oh,
go.
sorry.
Regenerate.
Can I take a look at that egg?
Sure. You can't move it. It's too heavy.
Don't
Can I
worry.
try to move it still?
Yeah.
I'll rage. Strength save.
Give me
athletic-
an athletics check.
Okay. 33.
All right. You managed to like do the squat lift where like you pick it up on its sides, pinching and start moving, and you take like 2 steps before you drop it back to the ground. You got it like 6 inches off the ground.
Wait, you just get it up a little. I gotta put the bag of holding around it. This is how I got the platinum potato.
Oh, fine. Oh, try again.
Did you? What
What
just happened?
What happened?
37 now.
That is high
What is
enough
it
for you
in
to
the
move
bag?
it into the bag. Yeah.
She convinced him to talk shit unknowingly to Ares, and Ares
Wait,
just
what?
threw a fucking egg at him.
Why would you do that?
I didn't think he'd throw anything. I didn't think he was that petty.
I like how he threw an egg. But
It's a metallic egg made out
Yeah.
of platinum that weighs a fucking lot. He takes the
much?
plate and just smashes it over your face, Liara. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god!
He just gave you a goddamn prophecy, and you thought that you would do that to
We don't know how
me?
legitimate.
Fuck
this
you
prophecy
guys!
is.
And
He's
he
not much
just
of a
starts
god.
leaving.
Hey,
How
Ares.
fucking
I'm
horrible.
sorry that happened to you.
I'll point up to the sky like, hey, Ares, thanks for the egg. That was heavy.
Yeah, now we got a potato and an egg. I wonder what I'm gonna cook with these. Now I can only say
Well, we've got at least I've got an in with
While the
Creatius
chaos is
Headmaster.
going on, was a decent throw. I will.
Wait a minute. Can we cook with this egg? It'd be the best thing ever.
It's
Like,
made out
Liara
of-
uses it and
Yes.
beats Ares with his own ingredients.
we can cook with it. Believe it or not, I have a spell that can
Not
cut the egg open
Actually,
with that.
food.
No, it's
It's-
food.
It's made out of metal.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something.
It's
where I
made
cut
out
it
of
open.
like
Hey,
something else.
Actually, I could also just turn
It's-
it into Electrum. Why didn't we
No,
just?
it's an object that was divine reckoning. I hope you understand.
yeah, and I moved
don't-
it.
I don't think I think it will have immutable form. I don't believe you'll be able to actually affect it.
I did want to use high level magic, but I mean, we could. Eggs are gonna go bad. That potato's never gonna go bad, so I'm fine with leaving the.
It's
potato.
made out of metal.
You can crack it.
Or get the egg back out of the bag of holding. We're gonna test something. If it leaks yolk, we know that it's gonna be like metallic yolk. We know that these are real food. I don't think he would send fake food.
I just love what Casimir posted, guys. Was a decent throw.
Somewhere there's another egg that just hits something that's even harder.
I feel
Just to
bad for that
prove
divination.
Casimir wrong.
I feel real bad for that divination wizard. We
I felt bad.
almost
for him,
got
too.
it. Almost got him killed. Well, no, you almost got him killed.
I-
Yeah, that was you,
Yeah,
I
Liara.
didn't even
that
do
was
anything.
ridiculous.
It's
No, you-
ridiculous that he attacked a innocent bystander for liking a very, very delicious lasagna.
You need to stop taunting Ares within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Is the lasagna unharmed?
Oh no, he shattered the plate like it's all over the ground. As good as that was, the death experience was, or the near-death experience was worse to this brand new divination wizard to this college. He's only level
mean-
6.
He was a divination wizard. He should have saw it coming, right?
That's
Jesus.
not
God
how
damn
it works.
What's the point of
Cordon
divination?
comes back. Everybody, just so you guys know, she received the prophecy from him about an impending war, a horrible doom, a lot of death and crying, and the only way to stop it is if she puts her stupid ego aside and apologizes.
Or Casimir just...
Wait a minute. That was your riddle? Why didn't you just say it in layman's terms?
It's all her fucking fault, and he just keeps running away.
No, I'm not done yet. Why are you speaking riddles? If you can speak terms, God damn it.
So it seems we had an eventful day today.
It was interesting.
Liara, what is this about? You not wanted to
Like,
apologize.
He's threatened me multiple occasions. Look, Casimir's gonna deal with it in like 4 months or something. I just need to win.
No, I need to know more about this.
The egg? Okay.
No.
Oh.
What he just said. You got explaining to you, young one.
Oh man.
I don't care if you are a child.
The prophecy?
Yes.
By words unwise, defiant, shown from realms above, a reckoning.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, he says stuff like that. This is like the most artsy way he's ever done it. I'll give him that. I didn't know you were the...
That sounded like too many words for Aries.
Yeah, it seems like someone else wrote it.
He's got a person,
why
a
are
prophecy
you-
person.
Why
I
are you
can believe that.
continuing to insult a god that just threw a metal egg and almost killed a man?
But, oh yes, but that's because he hates her, but she also does everything to try to actively annoy him.
Why?
Liara?
Why
Rivalries.
do you actively court disaster?
I'm a better cook than him. And I'm gonna prove
Why
it.
Roll
are
a
you
D100.
continuing
In
to
3
actively
months,
court
Roll a
disaster?
D100. Lucian, you said you're 20 feet
66.
away from her, right?
66. Oh, 74, not a
Okay.
66. Oh, dude, that was wild.
He seems still entertained by the challenge, but not... Yeah.
Because
You've
I
been
was
talking
listening-
mad shit, so he's gonna be hurling eggs, you know? Like, you've been talking mad shit.
If you're
Surprisingly,
listening,
Liara?
Mr. Angry War God, I do not agree with the things she says. I apologize on her behalf.
Would you
Sure.
like to roll a D100?
Sure.
you tasted that food. You know how good it was.
Oh,
22.
Oh my god.
I am not an adherent of 22. I don't know about 22.
Liara and Kaz is god.
There is 2 people here but
Liara,
in
you're-
relation to 22, and this is about Liara.
It is. the
Could
truth
we
of
get
the
some
matter.
22?
Does 22 intervene?
No, thankfully. However, Bulkhead, I didn't realize that was you speaking. I thought it was her for a moment. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
You beseech this god of war. And you hear a voice in the back of your mind. Despite her insolence, you show respect and restraint. I will offer you this. If you deliver her head to me at any point in time, I will grant you whatever wish you desire. Casimir, that is written in your book, by the way, when you check tonight, just so you know.
Okay.
It's not that Ares is near, it's you get all of that in Bulkhead's head.
I don't know how I should respond to that.
Liara?
Yeah,
He says that out loud. I have no idea how to
You-
respond to that.
Your
Look,
lasagna's
it
good.
happens. Sometimes it's an egg, sometimes it's a potato. It happens. It's their little spat. But don't worry about it.
yeah.
You-
Don't worry. Kaz is
Can
gonna
you
kill
please
that.
just sincerely apologize to this god of war so there's no more collateral damage?
He won't do it again unless I say
How-
something. He likes to watch.
Look, if it's easier and fairer, if Ares didn't kill him, and if we told him everything, I was going to kill him anyway. So look, this way he's alive. Realistically, this way it's saved his life because now he's away, walking away, still alive. He didn't learn what we were going to tell him, and he still ate, and he said the thing. Realistically, this is a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
Except for that guy.
Yeah.
No, because he's
He almost
living.
got dead.
Yes, he went through a horrific experience of pain. But if the egg didn't come, Liara fulfilled a promise and then told him everything. I was going to snap his neck and drink him. So he was going to die one way or another.
What? You're gonna?
Yes, obviously. I'm not going to let someone wander about with that information. That's stupid.
I really shouldn't be surprised at this point when it comes to you people. This is beyond me.
Owen? You need to
Yeah.
learn sometime. No, sorry, wrong one. Sorry, Owen. What's your thoughts on all this?
Owen?
I'm here.
Good lasagna, right?
Yeah, it is really good. You need to put more vegetables in it.
No,
Could be
more
better.
meat.
What's vegetables in lasagna?
More blood.
More blood? What?
You know, technically speaking, I mean, I don't eat, but I feel like there would be a couple of vegetables that would be good, just in a basic
Maybe spinach.
sense. Spinach, aubergine.
Casimir, you see Darren is walking towards you with a crate.
Oh, I'll be back in a minute. You guys continue whatever this is. I'm
Yeah,
going to get my alcohol.
maybe crap. What was I thinking? And I just forgot. Holy shit. Oh, some green peppers, maybe. You know.
That's a good idea. I want to put green peppers in it. Wait a second. I still got to prove this egg is real. Or pull the egg out.
Fine.
Another
But
athletics check.
I will say, you shouldn't piss off the gods.
37.
Only one I've ever pissed off was Party Bob, and that's because he owed me money, and it got paid by Gabby, so I'm not really sure how that works out, but yeah.
Thing's heavy.
Oh, okay,
Strike it
put it
out.
down on this pan.
I
Okay.
still don't think Bob owed you money. I think that's just a story
on the
you
pan.
tell.
He
It's
doesn't
on
owe
the
me
pan.
money anymore. It got paid.
All right, when you
It's
put it
only
on the
5
pan,
silver.
the pan like dents at the bottom.
It's okay. I'm gonna cast Blade of Destruction and cut the fucking egg open.
Okay,
Lord.
it has no effect on the egg at all.
What?
What is this thing made of? Can you guys figure it out?
I would like to identify the egg.
Go for it.
Is it magical as fuck?
I will.
Oh,
cast
it is.
Identify.
It is Divine School of Magic in particular, so you know this is a heavenly egg. It is labeled as the Divine Reckoning of Ares.
An egg?
This magical object can be made into several thematic forms, each one increasingly more deadly based off of the amount of fury that the caster, Ares, has towards the individual disrespecting them.
I will say all of this. This is what this is. Continuing to antagonize a god of war will only lead to worse things being thrown at you.
Hey guys, how much do you think this is worth? A divine item.
Oh, it's worth a ton.
I see what you did.
Probably way as much too.
It's worth its
Worth
weight.
it? It's worth it.
It's worth his weight in gold.
How much this thing weigh? Ugh.
So, let's go over to Casimir real quick. You walk over to Darren and he hands you over the crate. There you go. He gave me 11 bottles instead of 10. You want to share the one?
Yeah, sure, we can do that. I need
Hell
to
yeah.
go somewhere anyway, so do you want to join me?
Perfect. Yeah. Hey, what are you guys doing over here by the divination nerds?
One of them nearly died, but don't worry about it. It was just a little. I got tossed an egg and it hit someone in the face, but it's fine.
You're gonna have to tell me that story.
It's a little. Look, there's like this asshole god in this plane, and he likes to flaunt that he's got a lot of power, and then Yara doesn't get on with them. They disagree a lot.
I mean,
But
just
you know-
play into their ego. They usually soften up.
Do you know this idiot gave me a boon of immortality? I'm a vampire. That is the most useful thing, and he is supposedly the god of war, and did this as a boon to, like, go win this war.
I'm sorry. That is actually fucking hilarious.
Right? And then, so...
Either
like,
he's a moron, or he does not like you.
it's a little bit of both. I've also said I'm going to kill him to his face, so he knows that's coming.
Shit, killing
That's-
gods seems to be your profession, huh?
I haven't killed any yet. Just near godlike entities. He'll probably be the first actual god. That's a thing a couple of months down the line. I have some ghost tourism. But come with me. I need to head to one of the islands. I can't remember which one it is.
Which one?
A Normite Island. Which one's that on
A
again?
Normalite? Southern.
Yes.
Down there.
Who are the people in that one? Like, what kind of school?
Oh, that is practitioners of, like, war magic, mostly. Dunomancy, hemomancy, chronology, because they're the ones that go out into the beyond and fight.
Gotcha. I'll ask him, do you know much about people that are on that island?
I mean, I've spent a little bit of time out there. I, helped set up some of the wards as well. Why, what's up?
Looking for information on someone.
Oh, yeah. Who? Yeah.
Ryan Blackthorn? You heard of them?
Ryan Blackthorn.
Supposedly they
Orion?
were Orion, yes. Supposedly they were like an interdimensional traveler. No one's seen them in a while, though.
Orion Black. I mean, yeah, I'll help you do some research so long as you just keep the blood wine flowing or blood vodka flowing.
Yes, of
All
course. Did you give some to, what was her name? Isolde. She was the one that seemed quite interested in it.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I do a pickup, she always has me get a little bit more so she can have some on the side as well.
Fair enough. Good. For introducing, I appreciate the fact of introducing me, so I want to make sure that she has a shot as well.
Yeah, not a problem. She's a sweetheart, too, you know? You'd never guess it considering, you know, her rap sheet, but nice lady.
Rap sheet? What do you mean?
Oh, you know, all of us are known for what we have or have not done, and, she's a little on the, she's a little bit on the powerful side of things.
She does seem fairly strong.
Oh, you have no idea. She's done, I think to date, 21 expeditions out into the beyond.
That's impressive.
Never once harmed.
Very impressive. I
Right.
think I've got 3 under my belt so far.
You did 3 weeks worth?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Nice! And did you come out unscathed?
Yes, of course. I
Nice!
had to kill a little creature, but I just kind of dragged it back. That's what you go out for, fishing.
Yeah.
It works well.
Yeah, she has her own little expedition team that she takes with her each time, and I think out of all of her units, she's only ever lost 1.
Interesting. I
Right?
might need to ask her for certain spots that are good searching grounds.
Agreed.
Oh,
So yeah,
that
let's
makes
do our
sense.
research, and he'll help you do your research.
Thank you.
So you have advantage.
Investigation.
Yep.
$27.
Alrighty, so you conduct your research, and it would appear that Blackthorn, his last expedition, was about 120 years ago. he went out there. He was claiming that he was going to go out 20 miles, which would have been only the first out of a handful of times anybody's ever done that. When he was putting together a team, he did not accept any newcomers into his team whatsoever. He only brought one other individual with him. And that individual's name is Destiny Bennett. And the individual did return back, but her body was malformed by corruptive energies out there, and she was becoming aberrant, so they had to incarcerate her in Autumn Resistus so that she would not be a threat to anybody else. Past that, nobody's ever come back.
But you just said the place was Autumn Resistance?
Autumn Resistus, yeah. They do have an incarcerated zone in there as well.
Would it be reasonable to believe that she might still be there?
There's nothing that would suggest otherwise.
Okay. Good to know. And yeah, during that time, like, I'll just talk to him, share some stories, learn what I can, just about, like, him, about the others. Generally just being the... just chatting.
Yeah, and he's...
coming to common ground.
Yeah, he seems to enjoy your company quite a lot. And he does eventually bring up your allies to you. So, tomorrow we're going to be organizing each one of the different headmasters we wish to go talk to. See if we can't come to a reasonable solution to grab the information. For one, I really want to get down there and see what's going on, you know?
I'm quite interested in getting down there myself. Especially since all the talk of, like, knowledge is supposed to be open and shared. And yet they have this whole hidden area, so I'm intrigued to see what that is down there.
Do you know which headmasters your group is probably gonna, look for?
As for look for, I don't know. I think we might be proposing that rather than splitting up, of potentially just doing it as a group.
Well, it's gonna take twice as long.
Takes twice as long, but it's a safer option.
Yeah, I guess. I'm impatient, personally. Aren't you?
I mean, I'm impatient, but not to the point of making a plan unreasonable. Like, we're wanting to do this to not being caught. If all of the headmasters are suddenly questioned and everything is found, that's going to raise a lot of questions with people.
Well, that's why I was thinking if we did it faster, if we do it slowly over the course of several days, that's going to be excruciating, right? And by that time, word of mouth starts spreading. Whereas if we all go bam, 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 hit them up, talk them up a little bit, buy them some drinks, Or at least that was my thought,
If we do them all at once, and then if even one of them mentions, oh, I was speaking on that recently, it's very easy for them to connect the dots that, all of this happened at the one time.
But if we do it at the one at a time, aren't we under the same, possibility of that happening?
In my mind, I see it as a lesser of two. I see it, if we elongate it, we reduce the risks. Because we don't want anyone to be harmed, for one. Because that will raise alarm bells. They cannot know that we are doing this. So, like, going and attacking any, or harming them in any way, or trying to manipulate them outside of potentially social ways, or just trying to learn this information. I feel like that's a danger to us. At least to exposure. Think of how long you guys have been doing this, how long you've been staying in the shadows. Even trying to get Lucian's attention for how long. If you try to rush it, you'll lose.
I can tell you at minimum, Solara is probably going to be able to get the one from Stargazer. She was raised by the guy, you know?
That's not.
So
That's
she's probably just going to
strange.
get that one by herself.
It's not a. I don't mean to pry, but do they have a good relationship, or is she against? I didn't know.
Oh no, I mean that they're she's adopted by them, right? But as most of us here are, you know, not many of us are. Believe it or not, most wizards don't really have, as the kids would say, natural riz.
Sure.
Which is
I've
a word I
met-
learned recently, and I don't know why I learned it, but I learned it recently.
In character.
I'm sure.
So usually adoption is the way to go. And yeah, he raised her, taught her everything she knows, and she went her own separate path. But yeah, they were always fairly close as far as I know. You know, I've only known Solara for the better part of 100 years or so.
Do you know Lucian has a child, and I have no idea how that managed to happen. Like, I
Who,
see
that
him
guy?
talk to people, and it's just yes.
You know, when he's not talking, he comes across as like very cool and like mysterious. But the moment he starts talking, man, it's all over. But yeah, I think she's going to do that one by herself. But the rest of us, I mean, I'll let them all speak for themselves. I'm flexible in the situation. I'm just glad that, you know, we're all working together, right?
Exactly.
Trying
We
to
had-
uncover the information.
We had progress. Like, we had good progress. We have a natural location now to go and check out. I just don't want us to get in over our heads and rush towards this and uncover everything. Because if you guys are even caught wind of, that's bad news for all of us. We don't want to rush towards this. It's a slow and steady goal.
Yeah, yeah. God.
We'll see what they say. I'm open if they want to do it another route. I'm not saying I'm dead set against it. I'm just taking necessary precautions, I would say.
By the way, did that Owen guy ever, you know, calm down a little bit? He seems real aggressive.
He is quite aggressive. I think he's very protective of the spot that he has, and it's less arguing against your ideals and more trying to protect his own interests. So I think it's less against fighting against what you are doing and more fighting for himself.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, none of us want utter destruction, right?
Yes.
That would be bad. So I think we're all on the same side. Well, at least I hope so. We want change. You know, as a group, I can see that there's some fundamental issues with a lot of things, and personally, I would like to see change.
There's a few things I would like to see changed as well. But
Yeah.
realistically, not everyone is going to have the same view. As having these different views, but still being able to work towards the same goal is actually good for us. It challenges the ideas of, or what we're doing good? Like, is it the right path? What should we do with this information? Like, anything that we learn. It's good to challenge the ideas of that, to question it.
I agree completely. You know, I didn't want to bring this up, but yesterday, when we were sitting around the table, I had my head on everybody at the table, right?
Right.
It's a safety precaution. Just
Of course.
read their surface thoughts. And, you know, they all thought you were incredibly stupid, it would seem. Like, their surface thoughts are, like, really demeaning about you. And yet, you're the one who seems to be by far the most reasonable.
You mean the ones in my party?
Not all of them, but yeah.
A lot of
The
them
only
are
one
new.
who wasn't thinking like that was Liara, honestly. Which
rest of them
surprises
are
me because she has
prepared.
really harsh thoughts about everybody else, just not you.
Yes. Me and Liara go back quite a while. We've been through quite a lot. We're good friends.
Don't
So-
let them put you down, man. You may not
my
have the
God.
same scaling as everybody else, but you definitely have a scientific mind.
I am a scientist.
Clearly. No one could
Mhm.
take that from you.
Well, the others are new, but I do not judge them based on their preconceived notions they don't seem to dismiss my ideas entirely. Not all the time.
Maybe
But
not
it
out
also-
loud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it also helps being a vampire. That always keeps a little bit of fear in their hearts.
Fear ain't the same as respect, friend.
It's true.
Fear is nice and all, gets things done, but respect allows you to be happy. But anyways, I think as hardy as my body is, drinking this much blood is probably not good for me. It's
For you,
fucking
probably
good
not,
though.
yes.
It's fucking good.
It is. It's a good blend, I
Yeah.
will say.
Yeah.
They have some good source material.
But hey, you take care of yourself, guy.
You too.
I'll see you around.
So, yeah.
Just trails off walking. Her is a cat. Like that's.
I'm
So-
not a cat.
So back to the other
Who said
group.
that?
You all saw Cat. Oh, Kaz, were you about to do something?
I only just have one question.
Mhm.
When it comes to my feelings of friendliness, does that equate the same to all of them, or does that more belong to Solara?
It belongs to Solara and the organization, the Voidweavers, not to the individuals.
Okay.
Your
Thank you.
sense of friendliness only towards them is based off of your interaction.
Okay. That's fine. That's just what I want to know, just for
Yeah.
personal opinions that
Which-
Casimir might have on things. I need to know.
I
What
need to
levels
know,
up?
because Darren was reading your surface thoughts there. What were you thinking about him that whole time?
So for that, overall, seems pleasant enough. I quite like the guy. When he talks about their distrust, his initial thoughts were, I don't think I believe that fully. Doubts, potentially, but at very least I have enough faith in them that they're not going to go against me. So, that is at least enough for me. But, doubts over his wordings. A little bit of annoyance, but he's distrusting of it, but not not entirely dismissing it. Is essentially it. So he's accepting it, but it's something that he's not entirely accepting of. But he's not saying you're an outright liar and fuck you.
Yeah.
So
You're cautious.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everybody else, you did see Casimir kind of leave the table after a while and take his case of blood vodka that he has now, and then walk away with Darren, who seemed to be laughing and joking.
We should decide where we're going, guys. Also, does anyone want to write anything on the egg before I send it back to Ares?
Don't involve me in any of whatever you're doing.
Do you
I'm
write
just
that
giving you the
exactly?
lowdown.
Do you write that exactly? Lucian, don't involve me in anything.
Please write that on.
No, don't do anything. Don't no.
Liara, you're running out of space. Just
Look, I gotta get it off the pan. Plus, like, I think it'll be funny if he goes back to
Also,
the throne and it's
Why are we sending this egg back? We can sell it.
because
make
I
some
have
good
the
money.
potato. Actually, I put the potato up as the prize for the winner of the cooking contest. But I don't know. I think it's funny that he hatched an egg of pure hate.
The way Joe described it, It's like
Joey. I'm not Joe. Joey.
Sorry, Joey described it was it manifests itself with how much anger he's having. If this is just an egg, I don't think he was that angry. I think he was just more like having a laugh, like, "Oh, that's what you think," and then he just manifests it and just chucks it.
I think he's just angry that I make better lasagna.
I don't think he's particularly angry. I think he thinks it's funny or cute. Do you think you can beat him?
I know I can beat him. I have, let's just say, I have hatched an idea looking at the egg. Anyways, does anyone want to write anything on this, and where do you guys want to go? Like, where do you guys think you'd be best at? I think I should probably go to Stargazer, seeing as I gotta go apologize to that guy. I don't know. I don't.
That's gonna go well.
It should.
I have a small in with the headmaster of Creatia, considering they're the one that gave me my sentience.
That's good. You should go there then. I'm a transmutation wizard, but I feel like I just annoy him. I was thinking about going to the enchantment guy, but I'm gonna look over at Melissa. You got this, right?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Does Melissa even know what we're trying to do?
She seems very distracted by a leaf that she has burning on the ground right now.
Melissa, I'm gonna get you a thing called petrol.
Oh, I know all about petrol.
Hey, can somebody here create something?
Yeah, I can create things.
What do you mean?
I know
create
something that'll keep Melissa's attention.
She holds up a stick and lights it on fire. Yeah.
No, get her a fidget spinner.
A torch? What's a fidget spinner?
She likes fire. I don't think a toy that spins will do anything.
Wait, a spinning fire toy? What?
Yes.
On fire. Toy on fire. Set the toy on fire.
You see, it worked. You go.
Okay, I can go to Stargazer.
I
I kind of
wonder,
want a
I wonder
toy.
if I could make a lighter that spins.
Only if her grades improve and she can actually cast friends on people.
Why?
You're encouraging her enchantment.
You
Yeah,
realize? Wait.
It makes people laugh.
Enchantment is boring.
Well, no, it's not.
It's
Only-
so boring.
Only boring people get bored, Melissa.
Friends will make people hostile to the caster because they immediately know that you messed with them.
Yeah, no, cast that spell you were talking about, the one that makes people dance. Do it to the cat.
I don't know that spell yet. I'm still learning how to do friends.
What about the one that makes people laugh?
I don't know it. I've only been going to school for like a month.
You need to do better.
This bitch.
Easily.
And she just goes off running.
You're such a hard parent.
Whew.
Bullhead shouts after her, "You're doing fine. She just has unreasonable expectations."
I'm just saying, when I was
Agreed.
I did 20. I was doing 10th level magic.
Leona, you can't compare the child to you.
You were created as a fully formed entity. You can't expect her to be prodigious after a month.
Oh, you guys don't know that she's like actually an adult in a child's body.
Yeah, they don't know.
Which I realize, Earthworld never questioned how does this young child have a daughter or whatever.
I mean, I think it's relatively obvious that it's an adoption, but at least from Bulkhead's point of view, being also an adoptive father.
Yeah.
Yes, but normally you're an adult when you adopt, not a child.
Liara physically is a full-grown ass woman, but you now know that
Okay.
she is only 3 years old.
Wait. Oh, never mind. With this group,
It's
that's
been
real.
explained to you. She was created by somebody incredibly dangerous
Yeah, but I didn't know it was like only
as a
3 years
simulacrum. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
only 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, my character's like, wait.
She's a
Never
sentient
mind.
simulacrum.
Never mind. This is par for the course for this group. At this point, nothing about y'all can really surprise me. Anyways, Liara.
Yes.
Oh, you should probably go and apologize.
To Melissa?
Yes.
She's a big girl. Okay, fine. I'll go to the enchantment person. I mean, that's where she's gonna be at.
No, while you're at it, think about apologizing to Ares.
Oh. I'll write him an apology just like that friggin' prophecy that Crow said.
As long as it's sincere. Like,
Ooh,
we got parent, guys. We got parent to parent. Ugh.
I had my hands full with Melion. I don't know how to handle Liara.
Okay, I guess Liara's off to the enchantment place. I guess you guys decide where you want to go.
Roll an
No,
investigation.
we're doing that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it tomorrow?
Yeah.
we have
This
two
is
full days.
yeah.
Oh, then I guess I'll go.
Roll an investigation to find her.
Things that Liara is good at. Let's see. Investigation. 15.
You do not actually. Let me roll her stealth check. You don't find her at the mage's typical dormitory for the enchantment mage. And then you think about it, and you don't know where else she would go until you remembered she's a very simple creature. So you go over to Flammy, and you see that she is sitting there staring at one of the large plumes of perpetual blue and pink flames.
Everyone was saying I was being too tough on you, kid.
Screw you.
You want to just switch back?
What?
You can have your body back.
No. This is
What?
fun. You're just a dick.
No, I'm encouraging your learning future. When I was your age, I was doing this now.
You were non-existent when you were my age.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I've listened to all of them. I'm not a dummy. You were born like that.
Yeah. When I was 0, I knew spells.
Yeah. You were born like that. I was born like this a long time ago. And I never learned how to do magic or anything like that. And I had a great life. Until I went to jail.
Did you beat up every guard in Nordis?
They came at me.
I didn't believe you because I've been there and the god there sucks.
Right?
Looks over the sky as she says that.
She scoots away from you. She's learned by now.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I couldn't believe
Enchantment just seems boring. Like, why would I want to control people? Oh, that's so boring.
I mean, you don't control people, you help them with it.
No. I've looked at all of that literature. That shit is fucked up.
This is enchantment, and she's gonna pull out a memory and hold it in front of her. That's enchantment right there.
Yeah, you know what else is enchantment? Telling people that they forget the day that their spouse died.
There are a lot of things I wish I could forget.
Yeah, but it would be your choice if you could or not. He could teach you that spell. Problem is, a lot of that magic is boring because all it does is just... I don't know. The fun of burning things, right, is it makes people act chaotic, different than how they usually do. And when you control them, they act exactly how you want them to. Why would I want to do that? That's so boring.
I don't know enchantment magic at all. But I do know this, and she's gonna see a piece of paper on the ground and use tiny servant. Watch what happens when you light it on fire.
She'll light it on fire very quickly.
Start struggling. It starts in front of her, and then it's ash.
Yeah.
And it's nothing.
Oh, but
Nothing
it was
but
so
everything.
beautiful before it was that.
Yeah, it was pretty, but she sees another thing on the ground. But when she brings, like, let's say more trash to life, it can do things now when you control it. Draw, make artwork, and she's gonna have it start doing like paper mache, turn itself into a paper mache swan and shit. When you have control over something, you can make something even more beautiful. Or if you really just want a fire, you can. She's gonna keep bringing trash to life, coming together. You can build something great and a big bonfire rather than just lighting one thing on fire.
See, I think that's the difference between you and me. You want to control things. I don't.
No, I want to change things. I don't like controlling things.
Ugh.
In fact, usually I give them free will, like Keeley here.
Yeah. I don't know. Thinking about dropping out of that school. It's boring to me.
Give it 2 more months and make sure he keeps practicing on the gnome. It's there to be practiced on. Trust me, it has nothing else going on. Also,
I'll give you 2 months if, when I can learn Fireball, you teach me Fireball.
I don't know that spell.
What kind of wizard are you?
It's true. She doesn't do it.
Fine,
Ow.
you'll convince Lucian to teach me.
Because I'm a really good wizard. No. I don't think he will.
Well, then you have somebody else teach me. I want to, if I'm going to be forced into a school I don't like, I at least want to learn a few things that I do like.
Just go buy a fucking scroll.
She doesn't know how this shit works. She's not that smart.
I mean, Liara, she knows.
Oh.
She can just like go to the library and be like, "Let me check out this book."
Tell you what, if it doesn't work out, I'll make sure someone teaches you Fireball.
Perfect. And she'll
But I
shake
think
your
you're
hand
gonna
on
like, I think you're gonna like where enchantment brings you. I heard this is the one that makes you laugh, and there is one that makes you dance, and the dance one would be a lot of fun.
I
feel like
mean, I can make
very-
people dance too. You want to see how?
Yes.
She shreds up paper, ignites it all in her hand, and throws it at your feet. You have to like stomp and step on it to extinguish it.
It was like Casimir level smart, actually.
Thanks.
Experience right there. Don't worry. We'll figure something out. Don't worry. I think it will pick up, especially after you get past cantrips. I actually don't know how to cast friends. But
Ugh, I can show you. It's just really boring.
oh no, don't worry. We're gonna use it tomorrow on our friend Carbon when I go see him and apologize and go to Stargazer. Anyways, you should get the class or something. I don't know. I gotta get back to
It's the evening. I'm gonna watch the fire. Hey, do you know if you throw different chemicals into the fire, it changes colors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, and she like actually takes up the proper amounts of various like chemicals that are labeled nearby, tosses them into the flames, and it just changes into yellow, like bright yellow.
Maybe when we get back to the Arboratory, I can show you some alchemy.
The Arboratory?
Yeah. Welcome. But anyways, after the bonding moment, Lucian, Bulkhead, and Owen, the 4 of you are left by yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
No Casimir or Liara. What are the 4 of y'all doing? Oh, also you have like a half a tray of lasagna left.
I'm gonna keep on eating lasagna.
Lasagna's pretty good. So we're gonna see the head. What are the odds we're gonna have a fight on our hands tomorrow?
I
more
don't
than
know,
likely.
but we don't want to fight these headmasters. I mean,
Well, no offense, but I've been itching for a fight. It's been a while since I've actually had a good fight.
yeah.
Casper's not here though. Hey, Bulkhead, wanna fight a little bit?
Like right now, or you mean in general?
Right now.
We can spar, sure.
Excellent.
All right.
You get the blood pumping.
While you guys do your sparring match, Lucian, Owen.
I'm just kind of going over things, trying to figure out how we're gonna do this without providing the cult with the very thing they want.
Yeah, I really don't want to give them anything. This
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
this thing does not need to come into existence, or out of, I don't know, however you want to describe it. It does not need to take over. I just don't see any good coming from it.
No. But, you know, if we don't help them, they'll get it anyway. At least this way we can try to put our thumb on the scales.
Yeah. Just not looking forward to it somehow getting messed up and them getting it, and then everything is upside down.
Yeah, knowing how things go, things are gonna get screwed up. I don't know. I mean, they still haven't even told us the first part of the prophecy that they supposedly know. Like, they haven't said anything to us about that. We don't even know that part.
Yeah.
Just kind of be ready for anything.
All right. Well, then, on that wondrous note, I think we're going to call the session here this week, everybody. Keep in mind, no session next week. I'll be on my vacation. Get to spend some time with the family. Looking forward to it. But players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.